such as this? Do middle fingers cause you unexplainable anxiety, anger, or depression? Not sure what to do other than scream and cry on Twitter? Try shutting the fuck up and putting on your big person panties. This message was brought to you in part by the Left Turn Cult and Dalton Good's middle finger.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Morning.
Hey, it's Slow Gang's back.
Morning.
Bear with me for 1 second while I get this tweet out.
Excuse me, part of your hair, I just now noticed, is looking extra damn floofy tonight, bro. That shit is unkept.
It's time for a haircut, to be
Bro,
real.
that is straight froed up.
Well, see, I don't use conditioner.
Oh.
I just use the shampoo. I use that Old Spice.
Little shampoo. Old Spice is bad for your damn hair, bro.
Old Spice is?
Yeah, dog. You're supposed to use like that natural shit.
Fuck that. I want my hair to smell nice.
Oh, who's smelling your hair, bro?
I don't know.
Damn, what an intro.
I mean, honestly, I get it. Like when you lay on the pillow, when you go to bed the next night, you want it to smell good too.
What is happening at Parv's house?
Parv, you not sleep on a pillow?
Parv, what just happened with your lights, bro?
Are you about to drink aftershave?
Oh, whoa. I got all the Old Spice products, y'all.
Dude, Old Spice aftershave is goated.
I'm going to be honest. I've always thought Parv to be a brute man, not an Old Spice guy.
Because there's
Brute.
that.
I could see Parv being brute. Yeah,
Got
for
another
sure.
one.
Parv, were you an Axe man?
Got another one.
Ooh, don't know
That was
Parv,
Jesus Christ. Got more. I got more. Got all here.
Bro, Parv spent about $100 a month on fucking Old Spice
dude,
only.
Parv, you should be a spokesman for Old Spice.
Can
Old
they
Spice to sponsor the show.
Can they sponsor us?
I hope. Welcome back to another episode of the LTC, straight out of East Tennessee. As always, it's me, Cody, your host with the most, and I'm joined here with my lovely cast, my fellow hosts. Please introduce yourselves, gentlemen.
I'm JKL.
Coop Daddy, I guess. I don't know. We're still trying to think about the daddy. It's Coop. Just say Coop.
Don Randy Bush in the house with 2 blown tires.
Sorry, I'm just trying to post social media.
So, I don't think y'all remember me because I haven't been here in a little bit. It's me, Parv Gang. Hi.
Just holding Old Spice.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop holding this Old Spice now.
You should have kept holding the Old Spice. Everybody, if y'all don't care to hit the retweet on our last tweet, I'm gonna go through the comments and see. Oh boy, what's up, Joey? Hello, salutations, and good evening. Hope everyone is doing well and is happy and comfortable. I look forward to discussing automobile racing with all of you tonight. Fuck yeah, J-Hip, because that's what we're here for.
Fuck yeah,
It's about
boy.
to be boking, honking, skiing. What? At the Bohemian Group. What?
Okay.
What up, Ivan? We will boke and honk, but in a civil and inclusive manner that appreciates all of our wonderful viewers and guests tonight. Dude, what? This is incredible. You are fostering a very great community here, and I appreciate you, J-Hip. What's up, Priscilla? Fellow automobile fans?
Do you know who I miss? I miss Jared.
Dude, I was just talking to Jared.
We all do.
I thought about messaging him just a minute ago.
I'm gonna text Jared right now. I'm gonna text Jared.
Tell him I said hello.
I'm gonna say, Jared, I love you.
Let's see. What's up, Papa Cody? I hope
Hey.
you're proud of me. I hope everybody's still proud of Cody.
Dakota.
Thank you,
Mr.
Dakota,
Rutledge.
for being here. It's been a... What's up, Mom? Hashtag Parv Gang.
Love that.
Hey, Debbie, it was weird without you at the race.
I know,
Badass,
right?
man.
Yeah.
It was quiet.
It was strange.
It was quiet.
Yeah, she's very like, she'll pull stories out of you, man. Like she really wants to talk. She really wants to like, dig in.
Yeah,
talk.
dude, she's good at that.
Yeah, man.
Momo, what's up, Momo?
Shit.
We're going to sell tires at the next Bristol race. That might be profitable. That might be a profitable endeavor. I'm not sure.
It might be.
I'll wee in your bathroom, Parv. Bro, Kenny's in your bathroom. You have a sunburnt man in your bathroom.
Oh god.
What's up, Bacon? What did I miss, Parv Gang? Dude, Parv Gang's here. The Parv Gang never goes away. Hey, everyone. Miss Parv and JKL. Yeah. Jacob, you weren't here last week either.
I've not been here the past 2 weeks.
Thanks, Coop.
It's my first time back.
I miss being there with y'all. Team Cody, JB. Okay, so we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I think it needs to be addressed.
What the fuck is this next comment? Ew.
I'm in Dalton's bathroom shitting.
What the hell? Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, Mr. Bacon.
We hear Dalton screaming a little bit. He's like, "Oh God!"
Breaking in his new house, dude. Yeah.
What the fuck?
It was nice.
It looked like that toilet from the group chat. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I know who that boy is.
Shout out Andy.
What happens in the group chat stays in the group chat, boy.
So I want to acknowledge something. I made a tweet yesterday, dude, during the race.
I'm so proud of you.
I made a tweet that I thought was super fucking funny. Me and another person, I saw that she had posted something about ticket prices, and I was just like, hey, there are ways to like set in nicer seats if you buy cheap seats. And then like there was a little bit of dialogue back and forth. And it is what it is there. I didn't think anybody was ridiculous in our dialogue between the two. But I just felt like I had given a lot of really good ways to plan for a race and like kind of like mentally budget or figure out how you could get to a race. I felt like I just kept getting a lot of like excuses, and it annoyed me. I'll say it. I will own that. It annoyed the fuck out of me. And I thought it would be hilarious if I replied, I will genuinely buy you a ticket if you shut the fuck up. Because I just thought, hear me out. I just thought that we were getting crazy with the excuses for not going. I know that not everybody is in a financial opportunity to just buy a race ticket and go. I fully comprehend that. I'm never financially stable enough to go to a race. But there are genuinely fucking cheap ways to go to a race. And I was just trying to share that knowledge. And the way that I came off at the end when I said, I will genuinely buy you a ticket if you just shut the fuck up. To me, that was funny as shit. And I'll be honest with you, I was being sincere. If she would have hit the DM immediately and was like, are you serious? Fuck yes, 1000%. I would have bought a ticket, dude. I just thought that it was funny and I would have had to buy the ticket for the bit. I was like fully sold on the bit. And some people also agreed with me that it was fucking funny. Other people thought that it wasn't funny. And then there's like another group of people who like are making it something way beyond like what it fucking is. Like just trying to like grab something and make this something far beyond what it could ever even be. And I've not even acknowledged those people because that shit is insane and whack to me. To try to like mince my words and flip them and make me sound misogynistic or racist. Dude, I don't give a fuck if it was anybody of any gender or any race or not. I'm gonna respond to them with that same fucking sarcastic humor. All of my friends, and maybe this surprises a lot of people, like I have a pretty diverse friend circle, and I'm the same way with all of my friends, dude. I just fucking joke. I have a shocking all sense of humor, and either you get it or you don't. But at no point do I ever have any ill intent or hate or anything behind my words. So I mean this like with as much sincerity as I can. You either thought it was funny or you didn't. If you're still attacking me over it because you didn't think it was funny, you're kind of a pussy. Like just straight up.
I'm with you. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Thank you. I mean, I did too, dude. And like to
That's
be
fun.
like as frazzled as everybody was blew my mind. If you don't think it's funny, it's fine, dude. But just because you don't think something's funny doesn't make it something it's not. Maybe you just don't have a good sense of humor.
I mean,
No, if I'm honest, that was probably extremely fucked up of you to say. So
Actually,
it's kind of where I stand with it. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
You couldn't even hold it.
like,
You
okay.
couldn't even hold it.
Fuck no, dude.
I was like, are we okay? I mean,
I ain't gonna give him clout. Y'all don't see the shit. But that motherfucker on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, you know who you are. You're a troll, bro. And I kind of appreciate you because the longer
Honestly,
you
10
went
out
on,
of 10 shit talking. Yeah.
the longer it's went on, the more I'm kind of like, all right, shit. He's being a troll, bro. So I mean, like, it is what it is. But still, props to you. You kept me going for a minute. So hey,
I just want to acknowledge this, Dakota. Honestly, this gave me a really good fucking bit. Like, this gave me a really good bit, dude.
Well,
I'm not
dude,
gonna
Cody,
lie.
when we were talking about it, when we were talking about the response, we were crying before we even sent it. And we were like, this is either going to go really good or really, really bad. And it went really, really fucking bad.
bro, that shit from Bailey cracked me up when you were talking to, bro. I couldn't fucking.
This right here, dude, is my mentality. Like, I'm gonna shit talk anybody and everybody, no matter what. Like,
here's
the last thing I'm gonna do is look at somebody and be like, oh, they're a different gender or a different race than me, so I am gonna treat them differently. Because
Corvette.
that's the definition of racism.
Corvette, shut the fuck up, bro. I'll call it what I want. All right? Oh, can I say that?
yeah.
Well,
I was
also-
gonna say.
Dude,
I
Dakota
feel like,
gets it.
Hey,
Dakota gets it, bro.
Working on it, brother. I'm working on it.
Thank you, Mr. Bacon, dude. I feel like I have some pretty good fucking jokes, too. I feel like I could throw out some good zingers. But I genuinely did not have any ill intent behind it. There was one guy on Twitter that was like you just keep saying that you didn't mean it. You got caught being a dick, so now you're trying to play it off as a joke. Was I or was I not fucking dying laughing while I was typing it out?
Yes.
It was just fucking funny.
I still funny.
Hey.
I mean, and also too, like after like all those allegations started getting thrown around, and that was early. That was super
Yeah.
early. We didn't even let the track. Like me and you said, we were like, dude, we didn't even think that was going to be a thing. Like that was out of left field for us.
Yeah.
So
Jay hit see, I think this is a good opinion. I agree. I don't think there was ill will intended. Was it the best choice of words? Maybe not, but hey, it is what it is. Totally agree. I'm not gonna come back and be like, oh, poor pitiful me. I come off to a lot of people as an asshole. I'll wear that all day long. If you know me, like you probably at some point I've said something that like threw you it back, but I said it as a fucking joke. I guarantee it. And like that's just my language, my vocabulary. It is nothing for me to like look at one of my friends with humor and be like, dude, just shut the fuck up. And
bro, you've done that shit a lot.
Yeah, and there could be that one person who's like, well, you're not friends with her. Dude, I try to treat like friends and not friends. I try to be like me at all times with people. I try not to ever be fake. That's one thing I try real hard for. So I did want to just address that. This is fucking insane, dude. We're in like the smallest niche in like Twitter or X, like NASCAR Twitter. Somehow a war has been started, and it's just insane to me how silly it is. There's been a lot of people. And also, I appreciate the people that think we have a big platform. I've seen a few people be like, it's a shame that, these podcasts or platforms are spewing this kind of rhetoric. I appreciate that y'all the haters see us as like credible. Dude, I never once pretended or claimed to be credible for anything. We have been an R-rated comedy NASCAR podcast since day one. I've not claimed to be a NASCAR journalist. I've not claimed to be a media insider. I've not claimed any of this stuff. At the end of the day, we're all fans that are hot about NASCAR.
Damn, he's dead.
We like to be funny.
Hey, you're dying, bro. You're robotic. You got that bad Wi-Fi, son. Bad Wi-Fi, son. He's gone. He's out.
I was gonna say, like, it's not a Bristol race
Not
weekend
bad.
without one of us getting into controversy. Someone's got to keep the streak alive.
Well, also too, like, he's slowly coming back. Also too, I saw like a lot of things. I don't know if you guys seen it, but I saw a lot of people that were like, "Hey, I like you guys," and I started thinking about it. And I'm like, "No, you like the Twitter. You if that is what got you, you have not watched the fucking show."
Yeah, nah. There ain't no
No.
fucking way. Dude, we've said, especially me, I've said some fucking outlandish shit on this damn podcast, all right? And I've got, so we've all said some shit, but like, hey, you obviously don't watch the full show if that's the case.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Yes, you're back.
Okay. I don't know where I got cut off there.
You were talking about like we've been a #1 comedy NASCAR show. Do you agree with the? I meant to ask you that earlier. People that were like, "Listen, I like you guys." I said, "No, you like the Twitter." Obviously, if that is what has offended you, you have not watched this show. We
Right.
have
This
kept
show
it
is
same.
known to be like we've pushed the boundary of like comedy a few times. I don't claim to like have any kind of access into NASCAR. I don't claim to represent the opinions or views of anybody in NASCAR. We are all literally just fans. And I made a tweet that was funny. Objectively, it was made with a humorous intent. Now, subjectively, it's whether you found that funny or not. But objectively, to me, that was a funny tweet. And like people who are like, I think it's weird to take shots because like, I don't know, dude. There's a lot going on in the world, and like, if I am the biggest problem in NASCAR Twitter, like that's just insane to me, dude. Because there's a lot of fucking pedophiles and shit on NASCAR Twitter. Like, it's just insane to me, bro. But yeah, I don't care if you thought it was funny. Thanks for having a sense of humor. If you didn't, maybe you should look into finding a sense of humor. I think that's a pretty fair opinion.
I mean, what I was gonna say was some of y'all have never been told shut the fuck up before, and it just shows. I mean, hell, Cooper tells me to shut the fuck up all the time. I don't go crying about it on Twitter, you know?
Bro, I'm about to tell everyone to shut the fuck up. I call everybody a bitch. I call everybody a cunt. I call everybody the same thing. It don't matter. It's my verbiage. It's the way people speak. If you don't like it, then, you know, I don't know. Fucking get tough skin, bitch. Obviously, you weren't bullied in life, so. I mean, shit.
Bring back bullying.
I mean, people have said worse things. I mean, there's lines that you can cross and boundaries you can cross. Telling someone to be quiet, shut up, shut the fuck up, anything like that, that ain't bad. Now,
Well, especially when trying to help somebody. Like,
man.
I mean, like in the end, he was trying to like give pointers. Like
Yeah, man.
that's the way I saw it.
And it's like, you know, nobody brought up your gender. We don't care. It doesn't matter if it's male, female. You know, if you're fucking they, them, whatever. You know, it don't matter. I mean, none of that matters. That's not what we're here for. It's not what we're pointing at. We're not pointing fun things like that. So, hey.
This is fucking funny. I'm sorry. But that is hilarious.
We actually did joke about that leaving the track.
That is hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's fucking funny. That is objectively fucking funny, Shrek. Dude, this right here. If I offend you, don't fucking tune into Chairgate. That's all I can say.
Bro.
Because let me
boys
tell
are
you, I feel
wild.
like I'm a pretty like PC kind of guy.
That's two dads just shooting the shit.
Yeah, dude.
That's what
Yeah.
that is.
It's two bros.
Yeah.
Independent NASCAR commentary is the best commentary going today. I agree. There's a lot of really great people in the sport that cover it in their own ways. Yeah, and that's the beauty of it. If you don't like our raunch, like foul, dirty, bad jokes. If you don't like that, there are other options out there if you want to get NASCAR coverage. But like our show is what it is, and it will always be what it is. This is what we've been about since day one. It's fucking funny. We push the boundaries. We like to joke and laugh. And if you don't like that, you don't have to watch. That is the beauty of all of this. I guarantee you, there is a NASCAR podcast group community for everybody out there right now that feels like they can't find one. There's a community that's gonna be perfect for you. If you don't like that sense of humor, I promise our community is not gonna be that for you. Just straight up,
bro.
Now, can I ask this?
Yeah.
If that particular person was to DM you now and say, okay, I'll accept the free tickets, would you still own up to it?
Honestly, dude, if she were to come up and be like, you know what, but she didn't shut the fuck up, though. Like, that's the thing.
She did break the rule.
Dude. Yeah. Yeah, but I'll be 100%, like, for real. Honestly, now probably not, because she didn't do it. But if she would have just conceded,
oh, dude, you can't do that.
No, she didn't shut up.
Bro, it got worse.
Yeah, if she wouldn't have done all, then yeah, for sure. If she would have shut up, dude, there was a rule. There was a rule.
It was
I truly believe at the end of the day, like she was just coming up with crazy excuses and like trying to like win that argument when I had like provided like the tips and tricks how to go to races cheaply, and that's what pissed me off. Like I just knew it was like arguing with anybody that's like a brick wall, and it's just like bouncing off, and that's the way I felt. So I was like, all right, fine.
I mean, shit, I got my Martinsville tickets for $40, so
Right.
Where's she buying tickets from?
What?
Cool.
What the fuck is that?
It's got the auto tune, dude. That's T-Pain.
Talk now, Coop.
No, I can already tell.
Coop, say something.
Dude, that was...
All right, am I good?
Yeah,
There
you're
you
good.
go. Oh, dude, that was fucking...
Optimus Scoop, damn. Hey,
Optimus Coop.
where's my email? Hold on.
Sounds like a lot saber.
Damn it, right here. All right, here you go. Like,
Damn.
bitch, come on.
Damn.
Shit. $20. You ain't got $20, and you ain't got 6 to 12 months. How the fuck do you plan a vacation?
See,
bro?
Mark wants the free tickets, dude. The rules were simple of the game.
Yo,
These
I'm
were
glad for that,
simple.
son. I'm gonna check myself out.
Went right past the free tickets and was like, he just told me to shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah. See, people want the free tickets, dude.
Yeah.
See, this is like kind of where my mentality had landed. With all the excuses, she could have like gone to StubHub or Vivid Seats. Did Kanye join the Dakota said, I'll delete my Twitter right now.
Bro, what the fuck happened to my
don't do
voice,
it.
bro?
Yeah, you're
Yeah, dude.
Take the money I was going to spend on the ticket and get Jacob better internet. That would be a good investment.
True.
Do the rewards points on the app? Yeah, dude, the rewards points are awesome. So let's move off of that. Does anybody have any parting words?
No.
I just want to be clear. Like, I do want this to be explicitly clear. I'm not apologizing or taking it back because I do think it was funny. I do want to double down on that. I'm not fucking apologizing. So I'll leave it there. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I respect that.
There's one main issue I have with some people at races who buy cheap tickets. They always try to set my seat at Texas Motor Speedway. Honestly, if those are your seats, bro, like, open up your phone and just show it to them and be like, bro, like, these are my seats. But here's my mentality. If there are open seats all around it, like, just go sit there. And then if the seats that you sit in get taken, like, sit nearby your seats. And if somebody comes and takes your seat, or if you're sitting in someone else's seat, then the people who are already sitting in yours, just approach them and be like, hey, I was going to sit over there, but those people came, and these are my seats. I can show you my Ticketmaster. These are mine. That's the way I would handle that. Never change. Never going to change. Take that money and go to the Richmond Xfinity race.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Dude, what? Ryan, chill. But
Ryan's going to that race. And
Nah.
we need to link up at some point.
Nah, Martinsville, bro.
All right. I need to get with you on this block party, Kenny. I will message you after the show tonight, and we will talk about this block party. I promise. C Daddy, I'm liking the Josh Berry gear. I like C Daddy, dude. Honestly, that one, I like that more than Coop Daddy, maybe.
Nah,
That's
I'm not. The daddy's gonna drop. Daddy's low key kind of weird now.
Why?
I don't know that I want like grown men being like, "Hey, it's Coop Daddy." Like that's kind of weird. I don't need another man to call me daddy. That's
I'll be honest. I don't know if you can change it now.
I think. I
Yeah,
have
hey,
to.
if you haven't already, do me a favor and hit the like button on this live stream. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And then please retweet the tweet of us being live. I would appreciate that. Dakota was invited to the block party. There was, shoot, I was going to say something. And I just went blank on it. But I guess it's a perfect time to introduce our guest for the night, isn't it?
It is.
Jacob, I'm going to let you introduce our guest for the evening. If our guest will give me a thumbs up so I know they're good to go. Okay, sweet. All right, Jacob, do your thing.
All right. This is my good friend, my good buddy, Mark, also known as the Cucumber Man, and he's back.
So,
Hey,
how's it going, guys?
Hell yeah, brother.
What's happening, dog?
Oh, not much. I've had the day off. We left the racetrack last night and drove home to Ohio, so I didn't get home till like 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning.
jeez.
So long drive.
I don't know if you've met everybody else here, but this is the rest of the crew.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, dog?
How's it
Hi,
going?
Mark. I've heard a lot about you, and I know a lot about you for some reason.
Yeah, it's the cucumber. You know a lot about the cucumber.
I do know a lot about the cucumber. A whole lot. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I want to start with like just the most obvious question in the world. At what point did you decide you were going to try to do the cucumber again?
So I had decided no matter what, I was going to be back in the fall race, and I was going to do it again. Like it was in my brain. Like I'm doing this. I don't care. And it wasn't until like Tuesday of this past week that me and my girlfriend Jessie started talking about like, well, hey, Bristol's this weekend. Why don't we go down? And she had her daughter, and she's like, well, this is like the more kid-friendly version of Bristol. Why don't we go down? And I was like, screw it, let's go. So I called Bristol, and you guys were talking about tickets and all that nonsense. I'm telling you, it's much easier. Just call Bristol and buy your tickets. I call and every year, and they're just like, oh yeah, what's your email address? Here's your thing. Oh, here's the card you bought it with last year. Do you want to buy them again? Same seats? Yep, done. Move on. But so we bought tickets and went down, and I went shopping, and I was like, well, I'm gonna take some cucumbers again because I'm going to Bristol, so why not? Like, and what's funny is we went in. We weren't planning even going to this race, so like. It was just really, really crazy that I was even there this weekend, because normally I don't go for the spring race. I go for the fall race every year, but not the spring.
So was it like a Sunday morning decision?
Yeah. I mean, I bought the tickets on Wednesday,
Okay.
for the race. And like we left at 3:00 in the morning on Saturday and drove to Bristol to set up camp.
So were the cucumbers yours this year?
Yes.
Okay, both of them. So you decided to double up on it?
I actually had 3. One for me, my girlfriend, and Jesse. One for me, my girlfriend Jesse, and her daughter Mallory. But the 2 of them were like, it was cold at the end of the race, and they're like, we're not going down there for this. And I was like, all right. So I met up with Phil. Jacob, you know Phil.
Yeah.
And so I met up with Phil, and he has his kids at the spring race. So I was going to give one to Phil, and Phil's like, no, I'm good. And then his kids were like, well, can I have one? And I'm like, sure. So I handed 2 to his kids, and we tried to hand it to Denny. And this is after the whole Trackside Live nonsense. And he again didn't see me, so like we just I tossed mine out, and then his son tossed the other one, and then from there, like his other daughter had one, but he was like, Phil was like, no, we're not throwing these out here, like you're gonna get us in trouble. And so like I saw him go up to victory lane, and then after that we left the track. So like by the time I realized that it had made it to where it was supposed to go, I was in a McDonald's parking lot in Virginia.
That's incredible. That is
Now,
beautiful.
brother, how did you sneak this cucumber in? To be honest,
You just put them in your cooler bag. They never looked at my cooler bag either night.
that is
Never
true.
even
You
opened
didn't
it.
either. Yeah, I had
And
a
I
backpack.
left them-
I didn't check mine.
And I left them straight on top just so you could see them. Like I wanted somebody to open that up and be like, "Oh, I know
not this
who you are."
fucking guy.
You know what I mean? Because like at this point, you're just like after the whole Trackside Live thing, I'm like, all right, well, Bristol's clearly just going to get into this. So, like, I was on the show last September, and we talked about it. And I told you I had like this massive just weight of being like anxiety of like, oh my god, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to be banned. Like, I'm going to get my friends banned from the track.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't want that at all. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep for like 3 days. It was rough. Coming back this time though, it's been great. Like there's none of that dread. It's like I accomplished my goal. It was really kind of nice that Denny Hamlin won again, just to bring that full circle. But yeah, the fact that we happened to even be in the fan zone when Denny Hamlin went on stage for Trackside Live, because I didn't even know that was happening. Like,
By the way, I have not told them this story, so this is all fresh. I didn't tell them that you were on Trackside.
Oh yeah, so you know how Kenny Wallace does his Trackside Live?
Yeah.
So they bring on Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Denny Hamlin, and they're jibber jabbering for a while, and then all of a sudden, okay, so if you've been at Bristol, where that stage is, we are out front by like the road by like where the covered tent with all the rocking chairs is. That's where I'm standing, and I've got this 40-pound backpack on full of ice and water and drinks and cucumbers, and I hear them start talking, and so I start booking for the stage, because what they end up saying is Kenny Wallace is like, so Bristol has something for me to give you. He's like, a fan threw this at your car last year and it didn't make it to you, but they kept it, and they gave Kenny Wallace gave Denny Hamlin the cucumber from the freezer.
That's incredible.
They kept it this entire time.
That's beautiful.
So if you go back and you watch it's hysterical. Like the angles of the camera were amazing. I don't know where that camera was, but it was clearly behind me, because when they start talking about it, you just all of a sudden in frame, you just see this cucumber come up into frame, like far out, and I'm waving it around trying to get their attention. I finally got up to the front railing right there and like talked to I'm going to screw up her name, Wendy. Does anybody know what her last name? There you go. Yeah. So I'm talking to her, and she's asking me my name, and then I sat there and conversated back and forth between Kenny Wallace and Denny Hamlin about like what the story was with this whole thing. And then I had to explain to them, like, no, when Kyle Busch won at Nashville and he got the guitar, he smashed it and gave all the pieces of it to his team. Well, if you win Bristol, you get the sword. And I'm like, So I asked him, I'm like, what do you get when you win at Bristol? He said, a checkered flag. I said, no, what do you get from here specifically? He said, you get the sword, chop the cucumber. So, like, he laughs and they all have a good time about it. I tried to give him a fresh one. I gave it to Wendy. I don't know what she did with it. But I actually got his autograph, like, as he was leaving. But so the race goes on, and I've got more cucumbers. And so we toss them out on the track. When we leave, Bristol sent an official down to pick up these cucumbers, walk them up into Victory Lane. And it's like, there's pictures of Denny Hamlin standing next to this trophy, holding both of these cucumbers. He breaks one of them. And then later on, he has a video of him taking it and like literally chopping it with a sword. And he's like, well, this is what he told me he wanted me to do. And he's sitting there hacking it up. And I was just dying laughing.
Dude, how cool is that? Like, how cool is that for you to see that?
Right. And I'm just, my only part is that I was bummed. The only part of it that was bumming me out was the fact that I was in a McDonald's parking lot eating a cheeseburger with extra pickles and finding out that Denny Hamlin's got it in Victory Lane. And I was like, yeah. I would have loved to have seen that actually live. Like, that's the only way that could have been better. So,
hey, quick question. Did you listen to Actually Detrimental sometime today?
I haven't yet. It's on my list. I did. Actually Detrimental. Yes, I did. If you go to the fan response at the end of the video, he talks about me a little bit.
Yeah, because I was listening to it this morning. He was talking about the whole story. So yeah. I was going to ask you this, like, is this tradition going to continue? And if it is, like, does, Denny Hamlin getting that story out there kind of make you feel a lot more comfortable, keeping that tradition alive without having to worry about, security kicking you out or anything like that?
Absolutely. What's funny is that the Saturday night was the truck race, right? Christian Eckes won.
Yeah,
unfortunately. I had a cucumber. I put it through the fence. I tried to hand it to him. He didn't take it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take it back. I didn't drop it. Because I still had that little bit of fear, like I'm going to get in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's funny, but you don't want to cross a line. But at the same point, like, I am all for this becoming a tradition. Like, I would love for me to be like showing up to Bristol 30 years from now, and people in the stands are just bringing their own cucumbers. Like, if that happens, I can die a happy man, just being like, well, I have the smallest sliver of sports history in NASCAR that I can claim. I can sit back and be like, yeah, that was because of my nonsense.
Yes.
Regardless, like, you've left a mark in the NASCAR history books. No matter what, like, you now have a page in the history of NASCAR.
Right, like Denny Hamlin knows who I am.
That's a pretty big flex. In my opinion, that's a pretty big flex.
And somebody asked me, they were like, they're like, you're not, like, some of my friends back home here, they're like, you're not really a Denny Hamlin fan. And I'm like, you know what? No, I would not say that I'm a Denny Hamlin fan. But I will say over the last, like, year or so, like, he's starting to grow on me. Like, I was never a huge Denny Hamlin fan, but going through all of this, it's been really fun. And I'm starting to slowly but surely is starting to become a Denny Hamlin fan through all of this. I mean, Hendrick is always going to be my first, but Denny Hamlin's starting to.
You're a Larson guy primarily, right?
I am. Well, I started off as a Jeff Gordon fan, and then when Jimmy Johnson came out as a rookie, I was like, I'm going to take Jimmy Johnson, because by the time I started watching, Gordon had already won championships, so I kind of was a bandwagon fan to start with.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm going to take Jimmy Johnson, and then after Johnson retired, I rooted for Elliott for the first year, and then Larson came over, and I'm like, all right, I'm going with Larson. That's going to be my number one. But I root for the Hendrick team in general.
Well, here's a comment for you.
My favorite.
I don't know if you can read that comment, but that's exclusively for you. I would assume. Larson takes 2 of the cucumbers at once. Take that however you want, I guess.
Right. And you know that Larson's probably got to be aware of this too, by the way.
Oh, for sure. Everybody in the garage. I feel like everybody who keeps up with NASCAR at like an above average level knows about the Bristol cucumber.
Right, like there's a small part of my brain that's just like thinking about the fact that like the drivers all have like their group chats.
Yeah.
Like this has to have come up somewhere in their group chat. And
How
just,
do you want,
just-
how do you
just-
hope that they talk about you? Like, would you be sad to know that they're like this fucking dork, or do you think that they're all like, dude, this guy's funny?
I hope that they think it's funny and that they're gonna. I mean, I hope that they think it's funny and they enjoy it. I really hope that they're not just like, well, this guy's a jackass. I hope that they see
that cucumber man.
right. Like I hope they see the humor in it. And like again, like if you're gonna win and give somebody a sword, you got to give them something to smash with the sword.
It makes it that
Right?
much cooler.
Right. So
Well,
I will tell you.
I don't know if you saw the video on Gibbs this weekend, but they were like promoting getting the sword, and on their TikTok or Twitter or something, they were hitting apples with it. They were trying to catch an apple with the sword.
Yeah, I did
All
see
that.
Yeah,
I like
and
it.
It was just the Gibbs guys. So it was like Denny was trying to catch the apple. I know like Seabell was getting a bunch of them. So like if you're gonna do it, just do the cucumber. If you're gonna promote Bristol and the sword, like why would you do the
Right.
apple?
I want to acknowledge. I want to
will
acknowledge
say
this
just-
comment. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to acknowledge this comment real quick. We have two legendary NASCAR fans here. We got Sunburn Kenny.
Oh,
And then we
were you
have
there
Mark-
this weekend? Was he there this weekend?
He wasn't there this weekend.
I was just
There's a
saying, I didn't see him. I was
copycat
looking for
there. There's a new copycat on the
Yeah, there was a
list.
guy that had like beer cans just taped together.
Yep.
I saw him quite a bit this weekend.
Yeah, there's a few copycats, but we have two NASCAR like fans that are absolute legends in the NASCAR world. So that's cool that we have
Thank
this tonight.
What I was going to say is I decided with the whole idea of chopping the cucumber and giving a slice to everybody, I realized that like nobody's actually going to get the slice. And driving home from Bristol, I had my girlfriend and her kid in the car, and they both had to go to work and school today. So they slept the whole time. So I just drove in the dark with no radio and no one to talk to all 7 hours back. So I had a lot of time to like just sit and think about dumb things. And so today I went on Amazon, and it should be arriving here soon. I bought fake cucumber slices.
Oh my god.
I bought them in bulk.
So what are you gonna do with them?
I'm going to send them to Denny Hamlin to give out to his crew.
Oh, let's go.
Dude, that's sick.
Okay.
That is
That's
absolutely sick.
I'm also going to send a couple of them to Bristol Motor Speedway. And if you guys give me an address, I'll send a couple to you guys.
Please
Oh,
do.
okay. Yeah.
Please do.
For sure.
Are you gonna like sign them or anything?
I don't.
You should number
gotta-
them.
yeah, I gotta do
1 of
something with them.
100 or- yeah.
Yeah, like you got to number them and like put like spring or fall, or you got to do something with it. I haven't quite figured out how exactly that's going to work, but that was my goal for the evening.
You should
was to
number
figure out
them.
that
Like
moving in.
if you get 50 of them, do like 1 through 50, and then send them to like if you send Denny gets the 11 one, and put like DH11 or something. Then like his crew can get a couple of the pieces close to his number.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I thought it'd be funny, and I mean, he's been a good sport with it so far, and I figured if I did that just helps kind of establish this whole nonsense. Because again, my what I really want to see happen is that from now on, whether it's the truck, the ARCA, the Xfinity, the Cup, whatever, if you're racing at Bristol and you win and you get a sword, you got to have a cucumber.
Yeah.
That's
Can
my
you
goal.
tell everybody, Mark, how long you've been now this right here I think is badass. How long have you been coming to Bristol?
So this, I was trying to figure this out the other day. I believe this makes my 5th or 6th Bristol race now. This will be this was my 6th Bristol race. I can actually keep track on my car because I get all the tent camping stickers and they just keep going down the line.
Yeah.
So like the guy was like, "Can we take some of these old ones off?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not." I'm like, they're like, I'm just collecting them like scout badges.
And now tell everybody where you're from.
I am from Springfield, Ohio, in between Columbus and Dayton.
Yeah, you're like mid kind of.
Yeah,
This dog makes the trip to Thunder Valley.
yeah. Google Maps says it's 6.5 hours, but by the time you stop for gas, food, whatever, it's about 7.5 hour drive.
Damn.
What races
Yeah.
do you have on your schedule for this year?
Really, my only one I really had planned was the Bristol night race so far, and then we threw this one in just randomly. I know I'm going to go to Bristol. I really want to go to Charlotte one of these years. I've never been there. I'd like to go there, and I've been there to see the track when there was nothing going on. Like we were on vacation, we drove past it, stopped, and went through the gift shop and that kind of thing. But I'd like to see Charlotte. Obviously, I would love to see Talladega or Daytona. But I think Martinsville might be on my list. And apparently Pocono also has an open cooler bag policy, I've been told, much like Bristol does. So that might work. Pennsylvania's not
Pocono
far.
would be a fun one, I think. I've heard
Right?
that it's a good time. Like it's more about like the overall weekend experience, kind of like the party scene there is apparently pretty good.
Yeah.
Which I'm not too rambunctious or wild myself. Like I'm pretty like calm, I would say. So like I don't always look for the party scenes, but I have heard that the party scene at Pocono is incredible.
Right.
Where you at, Jared?
He's napping.
Yeah, Jared would know.
So, but yeah, so that's I wouldn't mind going to see Martinsville. Martinsville would be pretty cool. I can't imagine that's too far from me.
Martinsville's a dope little place, man.
What's that?
Martinsville's a dope little place. I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Anything short track racing, because you can see the whole track. Because like I've been to Indy twice, and that's great. But like you watch them come down whatever section of track you're at, and then you're like, all right, we'll set your watch for 30 seconds, and we'll be back.
How far's Iowa from you?
Oh, I'm not sure where that speedway is, but my guess would be, you know what? I don't know.
That wouldn't be
6
a bad one.
hours, 8 hours, maybe. I'm not really sure.
That'd be kind of cool to go to, that one.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing North Wilkesboro. That'd be cool. But the last time those tickets were just like insane pricing.
They're still expensive. Those are tickets that are expensive. Like I'll be the first to admit, like those are expensive, hands down.
Yeah. Like Bristol's not bad. I mean, between camping, I mean, like I bought my tickets last minute, and for the truck and the cup, I sat in my normal section, but they put the banners down around the front, which get rid of that. If Bristol wants my opinion, get rid of that. If I'm paying for row one, if I'm paying row one prices, I want to be on row one, not row 11.
They used to be called Thunder Alley right there because of
Right.
the rumble of the cars.
And for the life of me, we pulled into that campground and it was a ghost town compared to the fall race. Like they got to figure out something to make that. Why don't they make both Why don't they make them both night races? Is it because you don't want to take away from the prestige of the September race?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
It would be cold too.
Yeah,
Like
move
this
it up.
time of year.
Well, move it up. Like switch dates with something else. Like
I've been preaching that for
I don't
forever.
disagree. But I would say that's why we don't have 2 night races at Bristol, is because I think it would diminish like the prestige of what the night race is. Because then it's just like, okay, well, there's 2 night races now. I feel like the night race is just too iconic for them to do it twice. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it wouldn't kill the integrity or like the prestige of it at all for me.
right.
But the spring race, I mean, you've been going to Bristol. Was this your first spring race?
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever been in the spring.
Okay. So I will be entirely honest with you, dude. That place was packed out for it to be the spring race.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
That
Yeah.
place was packed, dude.
Like
Whenever
could've
you get a
closed-
chance, just Google like 2016, 2017, 2018 Bristol Spring Race and look at the stands. One year they closed the corners and you could only sit on like the front stretch or the back stretch.
Yeah.
Because there was just so little ticket sales and it was still empty. So it was a packed house for it to be the spring race.
I'll take word for that. But I mean, it felt like you could have closed everything but the front or the back, and you wouldn't have filled it. With
I
the
agree.
temperatures there.
Yeah, I agree.
I think part of it is A, it's cold, and 2, when you go to the fall, you get 4 races. You come in the spring, you get 2.
Another thing is, I mean, based on what, like the last decade, that spring race is always in danger of being rained out. So it's hard to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to make this big, long family trip and risk it getting rained out. I think that hurts ticket sales. I'm sure there's a lot of people who have been, like, for us, it's no big deal. If the race gets rained out to the next day, we just go home and then drive back to the track the next day.
Right, yeah.
Not everybody has that luxury at Bristol. So I'd say there's been a few people, more than a few, I'm sure. There's been a lot of people that probably got burned one too many times by the rain delays or the washouts, where they're like never going back in the spring ever again. And that you'll probably never be able to convert them back to a spring race in Bristol.
Right? Like, I don't understand why. I mean, I'd have to really look at the schedule, but like, why couldn't you move this race 4 weeks from now?
This would be a good race in June, honestly. Like, Tennessee's hot. It is
even
what
end
it
of May.
is. But yeah, do it the week after the All-Star race. Like, keep it in this little vicinity. They could go Wilkesboro, Charlotte to Bristol, or Bristol, Wilkesboro, Charlotte. You know, I think it could totally be doable.
Yeah, that year in 2020 when they did it like after the 600, like that was perfect. And if fans were allowed, I guarantee you, it probably would have been near sellout.
Agreed.
Like
can't swap with Sonoma because that is their winter, and they flood in Sonoma a lot around that track during this time of year.
And that was from Marcus Smith, from last year.
We got rain tires. Let them go.
Yeah, run. Well, the problem is it's the campgrounds that flood.
Marcus Smith literally told us that last year. We're not even
better
kidding.
irrigation. Well, I Googled it too just to see. I was like, he might be lying. But I looked it up, and it is like, that is a flood zone from like November to like March. It is a severe flood zone.
What's that? What's before or after Sonoma?
Is it Nashville? Give me 1 second, and I will get you an
Gateway and Iowa, I believe.
Can you just switch with Iowa? Put Iowa in the
it's
swing.
Iowa and New Hampshire. They could do New Hampshire easy because that's a SMI track.
Just take New Hampshire off the damn circuit.
Oh,
Facts.
no, hell no, dude. I saw a
Yes.
New Hampshire jet dryer this morning, by the way. There was a jet dryer that passed me on the interstate, and it was New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And I was like, man, I'm going to be there one day.
This year, go with Bailey.
Coop, you're not a fan of New Hampshire?
Nah,
I ain't either.
I'm a fan.
They just hate fun, Mark.
You
Like, I
only
don't think-
like it, Parv, because Eric won there.
No.
I hate it because
Christopher
Kyle
Bell
finishes
won.
last there every year.
Christopher Bell also won there.
Mark, do you like New Hampshire?
I mean, it's really not that exciting of a track. It's okay.
Like, if you miss it, you're gonna be okay.
Like, if they came out with the schedule next year and New Hampshire wasn't on it, like, it might take me a minute to realize New Hampshire's missing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I always allocate myself to skip one race per year, and it always ends up being New Hampshire.
Do you go to every race?
No, not go to that. Watch them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
There's, like,
dude,
one
I
race
wish.
you're like,
I
oh,
wish
they
I
got
was
things
going
good.
to every race. That'd be cool.
Right? I just want to get a camper so I can put freezing in a tent.
Is it?
That's
If I'm not
little-
mistaken, I think camper hookups are like absurdly expensive, aren't they, for NASCAR races?
So we stay in All American Campground, which for this race, camping was if you were in a tent, it was $50 for the week. Because
That's not
because there's nobody there.
right.
But like for the fall race, camping for the tent for the week is $130. If you want to be up where the camper, that is $265. And then there's another section that has the water and electric hookup, and that's also an increased price, but I have absolutely zero idea what that is. Like, if my friends camp in just the regular camper section, it's $265, and I pay that and just camp there in a tent. Because it's my spot and I pay for it. And I just want to be near my friends. So I just like whatever. But so
Yeah,
for
I
$265
respect
that, plus it's like $240 for your tickets for the race. So for $500, that's a pretty cheap vacation.
Yeah,
How do
and
you-
that's a lot to do.
Yeah, and you gas, food, but you're gonna bring most of your food because you're camping. You're gonna bring most of your drinks because you're camping. So really, the only money you're spending is when you go out to the fan zone and it's like, do you want to get one of those Italian sausages from across the street? Because
Right.
I will tell you that every year when I go to Bristol, that is the first and foremost thing that I want. Is across the street from the main stage, there's this hot dog and Italian sausage place. The spicy Italian sausage is amazing. It's like $12. It's worth it. Get it every time. I bought 2.
How do you feel about Josh Woodley getting a chance now? I know Josh.
Right,
usually
I'm
hangs-
so excited
Yeah.
for that because we got to meet him last year.
Yeah.
So, because in our campground, one of his family members was camped behind us, and like he came out after the race and like hung out with them, and we got to meet him and sit and talk to him. He's actually the first NASCAR driver I ever got a autograph from. I had him sign my seat cushion, so now that's become my thing. So I bought a seat cushion this week when we went down. I bought it right from the NASCAR, from the actual like Bristol vendor. It was like the seat cushion just says Bristol Motor Speedway on it. And then like within like 4 hours, I ended up with 5 signatures on it.
That's cool. That would be
So-
a cool memento to
And
set
it is.
up.
It's really cool because you're just like, oh, I have a seat cushion. There you go. Like, pick a square.
Yeah,
So-
that's it.
That was really
Travis said, if you don't get the gator on a stick, you're wrong.
I
Have
saw
you had
that. It's actually like just to the left of the Italian sausage place. I didn't get it. I didn't get the gator. I thought about it though. I really did. I did see a couple people eating it, and I was intrigued, but not
I've had gator
intrigued enough to
before.
try it.
It's a weird texture. It's like it's what, at least for me, and maybe the gator that I had was poorly prepared. But for me, it was like that's what I imagined those tires were running this weekend. What I would imagine chewing on those were like.
Cool. The only time I've ever had gator was in I went to New Orleans and I had a gator burger, and it was a little sweeter than like ground beef, but that was, I don't remember it being chewy.
See, Trill, he says gator tastes like deep fried rubber bands. That's my experience with gator. That's a really good way to put it.
Mine as well. Yeah. I thought it was real
I don't know,
chewy.
Maybe it was New Orleans. I don't know, but
Maybe they know how to cook gator. Maybe
Maybe
that's
that's it.
just
I would
not
say-
like a
yeah.
Tennessee thing.
Yeah.
We
But it
don't
was
deal
also
with
like-
gator much.
it was also like they ground it up and made a burger out of it. So
Yeah.
maybe that
Dude,
makes
people
it
from Louisiana are wild.
Yeah, they
It's
are.
just that's a different like breed of human.
It is like
Can't
that
handle
place is nonsense. I was there for like 4 days, and that was one of the most hungover I've ever been. Was that flight home?
I've heard that they just get down different down there.
Oh, they do. It's bonkers. We were there for a friend of mine's wedding, and one of my favorite moments was we were standing outside of the bar, like standing right by the bar, and this girl walks in and she like taps on the bar, and the bartender comes over and she's like, "What time do y'all close? Like, when's last call?" And she's like, "What?" She's like, "When do you close?" And she's like, "Oh, honey, this is New Orleans. We don't close." And this girl just literally just goes, "Fuck," and like turns around and walks back out of the bar with her friends, because her friends are just going ham, and she is just, you can tell on her face she's done. She's had her fill. She's done, and it's like 3:30 in the morning, and the bars don't close, and she's just like, she's just hating life.
Me, literally me. 3:30 a.m. I'm like, guys, let's get the fuck out of here. It's time.
Right. If I'm still out at 3 a.m., there better be a Waffle House involved.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you're speaking Parv's language right now, man.
I
This dude-
love
this dude-
Waffle House.
He has the damn jukebox, like the lineup for the jukebox songs on his damn Spotify.
Oh, man.
Of course.
I will take a what's I can't think of what it's called. Blanking. What's the name of Denny's? I will take a Denny's though.
A Denny's. Never had Denny's.
I love Denny's, dude.
Denny's
I
is
love
amazing. It's
Denny's.
crap, but it's delicious. I mean, it's breakfast food. How hard is it to make breakfast food?
Right. I put I think Denny's and IHOP are very similar. Like you're gonna get the same experience from both of them. IHOP can be a little more scary sometimes, though.
Why?
Perkins?
I,
What I don't know what it is about like breakfast places and like them just getting rough. Like it doesn't take long at all for breakfast to like attract just like a rough and rowdy crowd.
There, yeah, we had an IHOP in Springfield for all of like 3 months on the busiest business corridor. It lasted 3 months because I don't know why. It was terrible.
We had a stabbing at ours. Like,
but that was it, and it's gone
Oh,
now.
Jesus Christ.
Like that building has been sitting empty now for like a year and a half. Everything else around it is built up. They're building a hotel next to it. It's
You might have built it on like an ancient Indian burial ground.
this sad
It might
IHOP
just be
is just
cursed.
dilapidated and the paint's flipping off. Nobody's touched it maintenance wise in like 4 years.
I guarantee you a car wash will be coming soon to that lot.
There's one across the street.
Okay. Yeah.
They just
You have
put
a
it
lot
in.
of car washes up there?
Oh God,
Well,
everywhere.
Yeah.
Anytime something goes out of business up in Kingsport and car wash, it's like either a car wash or like an oil change place will go there.
Car washes and drive-throughs, like convenient drive-throughs. Like, do you guys have those there? Do you have what I'm talking about?
like a gas station that's also a drive-through?
Yeah, like it literally you just drive through this garage and you're like, I need a case of beer and a bag of Pringles and
That's
this
only
and
up
that.
north.
Yeah.
It's only up
Do you have
north. We
that?
don't have it here.
There is one in Kingsport. There is one drive up.
It's not the garage though. So this one he's talking about, it's like a dead, like it looks like a tire garage. You pull in and it's
you pull in.
shit on the walls.
Oh yeah, we don't have anything like that.
Yeah, that's just a north thing.
That's
Ohio's
so-
got a bunch of those.
Yeah, I know.
it's
I
pretty
want
cool.
that now.
Right? We've got them everywhere. And so like
Yeah.
anytime that I know anybody from out of town that comes here and you show them a drive-through, they're just their minds are blown because like, what
Yeah,
is
dude, you
this?
do it for
I'm
the
like,
first time. It's like, what the fuck am I doing right now? But then it's like, it's
I don't
kind of cool.
understand why
'cause,
they're
like,
not
you don't have to
everywhere.
move. Yeah.
Like, why is
They're
that
cool.
not a thing in other states?
It should be.
Like drive-through, you're like, I need a pack of this, and I need some of that, and I need a case of beer, and this, and
Yep.
they
We
hand it
do
through the
have a
window.
Bob
You give them a
Evans.
card, you're out. So-
there is a Bob Evans in Johnson City, or well, Jonesboro. I've never ate at Bob
There's-
Evans.
I got
There's one in
here.
Boots Creek.
Did you just say you've never eaten at a Bob Evans? Like
No,
ever?
I've never ate at one, but I have had like the mashed potatoes and macaroni that like they sell at grocery stores, but I've never ate at Bob Evans.
Do you not have Bob Evans near you?
Yeah, there is.
We
one.
do.
I've just never been.
I just don't even know how to process that. Like how? How have you? How old are you? How did you make it this far in life without ever going to a Bob Evans?
I'm 28
So
and I've
confused.
never had
I've-
Bob Evans.
I went one time.
28.
Seriously?
There's two in Sarasota.
Have you ever raise your hand if you've had Bob Evans here?
I haven't ate Bob Evans either.
Thank you.
Holy.
Really?
Nah,
Jacob,
nah.
Okay.
I heard somebody said it was mid one time, and I really trusted their opinion. And
I mean, yeah. It's breakfast food. So again, how do you screw up breakfast food? But like it's on par with like a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. Honestly, that's a good comparison. Yeah. Cracker
We
Barrel.
need to cancel me for
No,
not having
no.
Bob Evans now.
Cracker Barrel's better.
Cracker Barrel is. I used to
Yeah.
hate.
Yeah.
I have like a love hate with Cracker Barrel.
Cracker
I went
Barrel's
through a phase where I
god tier.
hated it, but now like their pancakes. That's all I ever get though. It doesn't matter if I go there at 9 a.m. or 3 p.m. I'm getting the Mama's pancake breakfast.
I get the Mama's French toast.
My only complaint with Cracker Barrel is that their cheesy potatoes, hash browns, whatever you call it, they're trash.
That's honestly a fair assessment.
I don't know what anything else tastes like other than their pancakes and eggs and bacon and sausage. That's it.
Dude, I'll tell you, it's a little weird, but like Cracker Barrel's got some good chicken livers. Like that shit's banging.
That's just such a strange thing. Have y'all ever had the chicken livers from
No.
Cracker Barrel?
I've not had the chicken,
No.
but I like chicken livers. Are they good?
Fuck yeah, they're good, bro. Damn. them
I'm
shits-
gonna
I've
try
never
that next
had a
time I
chicken
go.
liver.
I recommend it, bro. Every time
Chicken
I go,
livers
I'm
are
like
shit.
chicken livers, bro. It's gotta be. It ain't a morning thing unless I'm hungover.
Are y'all eating
Yeah.
them raw too?
Oh fuck yeah!
What was that guy's name?
Liver King.
King.
Liver King. I literally just watched a video of his earlier.
Yeah, he just eats raw liver all the time.
Yeah, bro was just like scooping it up and putting his powder on it and everything.
Yeah, no.
Throwing some protein down. Shout out Vince, by the way. He did win some car washes on the Colossus.
Mike
Oh,
Concho?
Yeah, they were giving out like water cups with free
Yeah.
car washes in them or something.
Yeah, Vince got it Saturday.
Yeah,
Good deal.
I don't know if you were. I guess you weren't there on Saturday, were you, Mark?
What's that? Yeah, no, we got there. We got to Bristol at like 10 a.m.
Okay. Well, if you were in the track before the truck race and everything, it was after qualifying for the Cup. They interviewed him and they were like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Shout out Mike Concho."
Yeah, yes, I saw that.
Okay, that's
He's
this
like,
guy
now my
right
name is
here.
whatever.
Yeah. That's
All
this
right,
guy.
yeah.
Vince.
I saw that guy.
He's one of the homies.
Yeah, that's
Awesome. Love it.
You could buy the mix and syrup from the syrup
Yeah,
from Cracker Barrel is best.
yeah. You can buy like the syrup. It's like if you're going to the one that's right on the interstate where the Crystal used to be at, they have like right beside where they get you into your seat. It's right there.
Oh, you talking about down towards the airport in
Yeah.
Northeast? Okay, yeah.
What the hell's a crystal?
Crystals.
You don't know what crystals is?
Bro, the grossest fucking fast food.
No.
Whoa.
Fuck that.
No,
Fuck
no.
that, dude.
It's the best.
It's
You know
a-
What
White
is it?
Castle.
White Castle is a ripoff of Crystal.
Cooper,
Ouch.
me and you used to eat crystals all the time.
Bro.
Yeah, it's
Crystal's
ass.
always fucking slap.
Crystals.
Me
is
and
like,
Cooper ate
it's
there
like
all
these
the
guys-
time.
I've never been.
Shut up, bro.
If you want just a greasy small slider that is 100% unhealthy, dude, get you the snack pack from Crystals, and it is
Okay.
incredible.
It's
Next
so-
time
if
you're down towards the south, you find it a little bit more south from even the Tri-Cities, like towards Chattanooga and stuff.
Okay.
But it's
It's-
so good.
Bro, you're
it's
asking for
basically the
liquid
same
ass.
thing as
You're
like
eating that
White
crystal.
House.
No.
Bro, that shit's nasty.
I was also sad I didn't see a Buc-ee's along the way.
Yeah, so next time that you
More
come,
further
you
down.
might see one. Because they are putting one in between Blacksburg and Roanoke. They're putting one in. I don't know which way you cut through to get onto 81.
23.
Okay. When,
I take
when do you
like
when
23
do you hit,
for like 100 miles.
where do you hit 81 at?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I'd have to look at my GPS. It's pretty much you basically come out of Springfield and end up on 23 for a majority of the trip.
You might come out at Withpool. And
So,
it would
like,
be
I will go from Ohio to Kentucky to Virginia and then pop into Tennessee.
okay.
So I only get to Tennessee for like the very last, very small last leg of the trip.
I think I know where. Okay. Yeah. So you probably would have to travel a little bit more north through Virginia, but they are building a Buc-ee's. It'll kind of because there's a Buc-ee's down in Sevierville or Knoxville now. And like
Okay.
we're going to be in between two Buc-ee's. Like
Bro,
it's
that
like
shit
the
was
same
banging
distance.
on Saturday too. I got their breakfast at Bucky. God, I got
Buc-ee's
a little,
is so
little
good.
brisket, egg, and bacon, like a tortilla wrap, bro.
Have you not been to a Buc-ee's yet?
No, and they built one somewhere. It's not in Springfield, but they built one somewhere around here within the last like 6 months. Somewhere in Dayton, somewhere, I don't know. But I'm not driving 45 minutes to Dayton just to go to get.
I'm telling you, it might be worth it for
You
the
might want to.
experience.
Their beef
Yeah.
jerky too, dude. I bought 2 bags of it. That shit.
It's a cool experience all the way
bear
around.
or beer.
beef jerky.
Oh, I thought you said
Yeah,
bear
beef
jerky.
jerky.
I was like, they have
No,
bear
no.
jerky.
They
Okay.
might actually. They have a bunch of different types of jerky there.
Anytime I'm away to and from college, I would always stop at Buc-ee's because it was on my way. It was like after my first time there, I spent like 40 minutes. But after that, I was like, I know what I'm getting. I could be there. I could be in and out of Buc-ee's in 10 minutes.
Have you guys ever had the beaver nuggets?
Oh yeah,
Dude, they're just like cornflakes, but they're so damn good.
bro. I got that Sunny D connection. What do you mean? Come on, shit. Tightened up with Sunny D, bro.
Cooper spent $900 per pass and bought them, and then he had to
Cooper,
buy
have you tried that Sunny D
I ain't
vodka
spend
yet?
shit. I ain't spend nothing.
I'm hoping Bristol's just gonna give me a pit pass or something.
At
eventually.
some point, you deserve it. We could start that campaign now if you want to, like
Right.
advocating for you to get a pit pass.
So I have my ultimate, complete delusion of grandeur. What I want. You want to hear it?
Absolutely.
All right. So you know when you're sitting in the track and you look up and there's all of the signs and it's like Allison Brothers and like Waltrip 7 wins and blah blah, and they're all dated along, right? And then you get to 2016 and it's the helmet throw for Tony Stewart. The next banner is blank. So nothing notable has happened at Bristol since 2016. I need a cucumber up on that banner.
Hey, I have to argue with
Yeah.
that one, okay? 2021 was a bad time, all right?
Chase Elliott
Hendrick,
block.
Hendrick fuck Chase. Or Hendrick fuck Kevin, Jesus.
Well, they didn't put it on the side, so I'm calling dibs.
You need to find a cucumber company, and you need to become their celebrity endorser.
Right? Like Velasic
I feel
also.
like Dole makes cucumbers. Like the banana people.
Yeah.
I feel like they got
Velasic.
to dabble in a little cucumber.
Maybe if we can get, maybe we can sponsor. Maybe Left Turn Cole can sponsor an ARCA driver, and we could do a whole cucumber scheme.
Shut up, Travis. Auburn sucks. Y'all were a first round exit. Eat dick.
Yeah, let's
Shut
do a
the fuck up.
cucumber.
Can we get
scheme on
Frankie
the call.
Muniz to drive?
Hey, listen, man, I'm down for anything.
Let's get Frankie Muniz to drive it.
All right.
Politics
I'd
at
like to
victory
be Frank.
lane.
Yeah.
I just want that kid to do well.
Malcolm in the
Isn't
middle
it
driving
cool?
the cucumber.
Like,
Like,
it's
he's my-
so cool.
He's my underdog. It's him and Josh Williams. Like I'm now Josh Williams has got like a good ride. So like, keep hoping he's gonna have a breakout week here soon.
He just needs better luck.
He does,
That's
but he is literally the Danny McBride of NASCAR.
Bro, shout out Danny
That's-
McBride.
That's a really good comparison.
Like he really is. And it's just like somebody needs to figure out how to like just give him like a proper like ride and figure out how to like just push this guy in front of the cameras and just let him sell your sport.
And
Because
he's so good at it.
And so all those old rough guys that are like, oh, NASCAR is just a bunch of rich kids, blah blah blah. But put him out there because they're gonna mullet and all. They're gonna eat him up.
Well, and I notice, like, more than any other driver, he posts that he goes to children's hospitals
All the time. Yeah, I mean, like that's 90% of his social media activity is him just posting at the children's hospital.
Yeah, how can you not love what he does for people? He seems like a stand-up guy.
Yeah, I mean,
like I've never met him or anything, but he is one guy that I will never cheer against.
right? Yeah, like I didn't know who he was outside of like him parking it at Atlanta. Like that's the first time I knew who he was. So like, but I got to meet him for 20 minutes or so outside of Bristol last year for the fall race, and yeah, he was just really he was a really cool guy. He was really stand up. He was funny, but he was just a really just easygoing kind of just blue collar kind of guy.
That's what makes fans resonate more with the sport. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like the guys, I think there's a different kind of athlete today in NASCAR than like traditionally. It used to be kind of like full of the guys like Ross Chastain and Chris Buescher. Those like blue collar, hardworking, like Southern country boys. And now we're starting to see like drivers are like being bred into NASCAR, like Ty Gibbs, dude. Ty
Right.
Gibbs was like made in a factory. He was like in a hyperbolic chamber. Like they're like pumping him full of like all of the racing information and DNA. But you have guys like Josh Williams, and I think they're able to like resonate with the common fan so much more than like a Ty Gibbs or like a Chandler Smith and so on and so forth, like those guys.
Right, like nobody cares about what the rich kid did.
Right. And I don't hate. I mean, like Ty Gibbs clearly has talent. He led a
Right.
shit ton of races,
He did.
a shit ton of laps yesterday. Like he's had a good season.
Yeah.
Travis.
Oh. Oh
Oh my god.
no.
Frankie Muniz. What's great about Frankie is he's such a down-to-earth person, so humble to be in the sport. Met with him, super nice human being. Can't even tell he was a TV star in the past. He seems to really care about racing, and I love that. It's great. Like Frankie Muniz's like entry to NASCAR is weird. Like 2001 Daytona 500. Like it's just a weird thing, but I'm glad that like he's giving it a shot now, dude. If I was in the position to try to be a race car driver, maybe I would try it. I hope he like succeeds. It would be sick to see Frankie Muniz eventually like fighting for wins in NASCAR. Y'all want to talk about the Xfinity or the Truck Series a little bit?
Yeah.
Or our weekend? I'll bring Mark back whenever he gets back.
I think his phone died.
I think it did.
I heard
Yeah.
I heard a oh no. Yeah.
Yeah. He just disappeared. Anyway, until he gets back, let's talk about the Truck Series. Or the races, or our tailgate. We got there pretty early on Saturday, grilled up, hung out, had all the homies come by. It was a good time. It was a good weekend. Dude, good vibes. We were listening to good music. Everybody's having fun. We recorded some funny stuff that'll be coming soon. So fucking funny. Like, we had a good, like, weekend. I don't care what happened. We had a good fucking weekend. Bristol is always good to us. And nothing changed this go around. The weather was fucking perfect, except for the wind. I'm still wind burnt, and my allergies are fucked now. I have a cough every 35 seconds. I've got to, like, clear my throat.
You got some phlegm?
A little bit of phlegm, yeah. So, had a good time on Saturday. We go in for the Cup Series. We skipped out on the Truck Series practice and qualifying. Go ahead, Dalton.
Or I was going to tell the story about the truck race about me and my dad. Jacob could probably help me out on this. So,
what story are you telling, Dalton? Which one is this, huh?
The bet.
Well, first of all, I kept telling you that Kyle wasn't going to win, dude, and you just wouldn't believe me.
I didn't believe you because he's the best in the Truck Series.
Dude, I don't know. Eckes scored.
I think Eckes is.
I think Eckes might be better.
So here's what happened. So during the race, I think this was halfway through stage 3. Jacob and Dad were talking to each other about Christian Eckes being like the fastest truck. And Dad said to Jacob, watch this shit. He turns around to me and says, Dalton, I will bet you $10 that Christian Eckes will beat Kyle Busch's ass tonight. And I immediately pulled out my wallet, got my $10 out, said, deal, motherfucker. Cody held my dad's $10 and my $10. So the deal was, if Christian Eckes won, Dad got $20. If Kyle Busch won, I got $20. But if nobody won, then Cody got $20. And sure enough, 5 laps later, Christian Eckes passed fucking Kyle Busch, and I lose the bet. So.
Hey, what's that hat you got on?
Yeah, warning. This this hat contains nicotine. Nicotine's an addictive ass chemical. So I had to put the warning out there.
Is it the shirt too? You have the shirt to match it?
I don't know if you can see it, but hold up.
No, not at all.
You see it?
Where the fuck are you going? Thanks, man. Appreciate the warning label for nicotine.
Yeah, it's nicotine's an addictive chemical, bro. You gotta know.
It's nicotine.
What?
Nicotine.
Did I miss something here?
Yes, Barb, you missed a lot.
Yeah, you missed the truck race. Hey, the truck race is pretty good though. They were kind of searching for grip.
No.
I'm a fan of the PJ1 not being on the track this time. I kind of like the resin.
Agreed, dude. I've always hated. I'm not really a big fan of anything on the surface, to tell you the truth. I think that everything.
I agree with you. If you're gonna do something, I like the resin because the resin wore up quick. So like
everything that they did this year, this time around with the trucks and the Cup cars, I thought was perfect. I thought it made for the best racing. The Truck Series action packed. Yeah,
they're running the low, running the high. They're kind of running in between. I like seeing that in the truck. It made the truck race actually interesting. I mean, shit.
I think they should bring all the cars back to the pits, put out a red flag, and put PJ1 on the truck because all this fucking stuff was too much.
You don't put PJ1. He wanted more resin. Shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about.
That was some whiny shit. That was some whiny shit. I thought that was a little. I'm gonna be honest. That's a little pussified. That's a little pussified to me. That they were actually trying to ask the race to be red flag because they couldn't handle it, dude. That's old school Bristol, in my opinion.
Actually, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? So during the race, he asked then the red flag the race put Morez down. Then at the end of the race, he said, "I hope we never run another race like this ever again." Like, make up your
But
mind.
before that, we had a truck race. Hang on, we'll
Yeah.
get to the damn cup in a second. I thought the truck race. I mean, I don't know. What'd y'all think? Like, if you would have given it another like 10 laps, it'd have been racy as shit.
Look, Coop, this question right here is gonna be perfect for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of that, to be honest. I kind of was like a little angry that night, so I tweeted at Nick Sanchez and called him like a pussy boy or something. I don't know what I called him, but probably shouldn't have done that. But like, I don't know. I feel like Sanchez is kind of a bonehead. He's just, he's kind of like Hocevar. Like when Hocevar was in the sport, when he was kind of getting his name around, it was like, okay, you're a good race car driver, but you also kind of make bonehead moves, and then you just kind of like he puts his foot down. Like he'll defend it. He'll definitely defend it, but I don't know.
So, do you think Friesen was in the wrong?
I don't think Friesen was in the wrong. I think maybe that last second aggression, yeah. I don't think Stewart should have done that. I mean, there's a difference between 40-some-year-old man and a 20-year-old kid. Like, I don't know. They talk, but you're
muted, Cody.
I think it's just like I hate using this overused statement, but like it's just like it's racing things, right? Like I don't think anybody was like the terrible person in this situation.
No.
I don't think anybody was like the good guy or the bad guy. I think that everybody was probably getting frustrated at like just the track itself and the situation. It was great. I think it was great for like the spectator, but I'd say those drivers were probably like pretty pissed off in those vehicles as hard as they were clearly to control. I'd say it was just tempers flaring.
I think so too, yeah.
Dude, those last 10 laps, or I guess it was before the last 10 laps, just that three-way racing for the lead towards the end, that was so much fun.
Yeah, dude, that caution came out, and I was like, damn, dude.
Oh, it ruined it.
Also, I saw that move that Kyle Busch made, where like he legit went
Oh my
from the high
god.
lane to like the low lane.
He did that like 3 times the whole night. It was fucking sick.
Hey, I saw Sanchez in the infield yesterday. He walked by and I looked at Bailey and I was like, should I like go up there and start beef with him right now? Like push him.
No, that was
What's up, little man? What's this?
See, now I was like, that is sick.
How
Just
the
like
fuck he isn't? How is he dirty? Bro is not dirty anymore. Bro has calmed down so fucking much. He rides mid-pack in the damn pack. Shut up.
I think Sanchez or Stewart grabbed him after Sanchez kept smirking at him.
Yeah,
That's
bro, have you
soft.
seen Stewart Friesen? Stewart Friesen's a fucking brick shithouse, man. He fucking
Yeah, but
evil.
I think that's like if somebody's smiling at you, I think that
That's
might
Sanchez's
be.
fucking anxiety's going up. He's fucking, don't touch me. Oh, he's scared.
Dude, I think Nick Sanchez is like proven that he's willing to scrap.
No, Nick Sanchez has proven that he's ready to take his fucking tampon out.
What was it
By
that
getting
he
his
said
ass
to him?
whipped by Matt Creston.
Getting sucker punched.
What did he-
Oh, I don't believe.
Getting
it.
sucker punched.
what
I
did he
think
say?
Matt threw the first punch.
Dude, Nick Sanchez's mom said that he got sucker punched.
Of
I
Your
course.
mom
truly
defends you,
believe
you're a
that,
fucking
dude.
pussy,
Mom,
okay?
that's
Be a grown
his
man,
mom.
Nick. If you're gonna race with professionals, Nick, be a fucking man. Don't have your mommy defend you.
What did Nick Sanchez say after getting punched to by him? Was
Then
it
you gotta
like,
kill him.
Yeah, he said,
"Ow,
I'm gonna
my
fucking
pussy
kill
hurt."
you.
Mm.
So I'm
He said,
fucking,
I'm gonna kill you. I'm
Is
gonna
it-
fucking kill
Which
you.
is pretty hardcore, dude.
That's metal,
that is
dude. That is
hardcore.
fucking
That's
metal.
metal. That's
Hey,
metal.
and what did he do? Nothing.
Kyle had a fast truck and was making some hairy moves to the dude. That whatever it was he did, where he like threaded
The lab
that
cars?
needle coming out of 4. Yeah, dude, that
Bro,
was
that
the
was
coolest
God,
thing
dude.
I've ever seen in my life.
That was
Dude, my
sick.
jaw fucking dropped.
Yeah, dude. Like everybody stood up. Everybody was like, "Oh my god!" That was the coolest thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, like TV didn't even get to see it. Like I tweeted out.
Roger.
I don't know if you guys saw it on TV, but like Kyle Busch has made one of the best moves I've ever fucking seen. And all my replies are saying we were under commercial when that happened. We didn't get to see it. I'm like, oh dude, you fucking missed it.
no, it was. I think There's some feet on.
Read your fucking comments. See, you said he's dirty. I just said he's not dirty anymore. See, you just said a few years ago. See, you contradict yourself. Shut up. Go to bed, you fucking old ass. Fuck your Auburn. Bruce Pearl's a piece of shit. He cries about basketball. Pussy.
I think Travis just needs to go back and eating his Lunchables.
Travis, take your ass back to Texas. Go watch your fucking
That's
inhumane SeaWorld whales again. You fuck.
I still think that
Why do you keep muting yourself, bro?
I don't, because I have a cough coming. That time it was just like muscle memory. I don't want to sit here and just the whole
should.
stream.
Boken on stream.
Dude, ASMR
Yeah.
some allergies, dude.
Oh, gosh.
What if Matt
Yeah, I like
Crafton
that.
Stewart did in the last 4 years? I mean, Matt Crafton's a 3-time champion. I don't know, like, dude's kind of there, not really shit
Matt
besides
Tom.
that.
Matt Crafton just ran a hell of a race, though. I mean,
Yeah, and Stewart's just, he pokes around on the track. So I said, he ain't no fucking issue, man. Stewart's just there. Y'all gonna throw shade on Stewart? Shit.
Hey,
Um,
real quick, I got to tell one more Papa Good story before you move on.
Yeah, what is it? Which one? Which story we telling?
This so Kevin Harvick and Clint Boyer. Okay, so Papa Good joined us for the truck race. He did not come for the Cup race, but he came for the truck race on Saturday night. And he was walking to our seats, and it was right after qualifying when he showed up. And sure enough, Clint Boyer and Kevin Harvick walk out of the elevator inside the stands, trying to get to the seats. And Dad wanted to take a picture with both of them real quick before he heads to our seats. And he gets to Clint Boyer. He said, hey, Clint, can I get a picture with you? And Clint was in a hurry with Kevin Harvick. They were trying to get out of the inside the track. But Clint Boyer was like, yeah, sure. And he leaned in like real quick to try to get a picture with Dad. So Dad gets his phone out, and he's posing for a picture. And then when it opens the camera is flipping the other direction. It's not facing Dad and Clint. It's like facing the other way. And as soon as Clint Boyer saw that, he said, fuck it, and just walked away. So Dad never got a pic for Clint, but Clint did him dirty.
I mean, when he's in a hurry, he's in a
would have
hurry.
said put it out. All right.
Put it out.
Put it out.
Put it out.
show somebody DAWs. Put it out. One time, dude, he showed one. I don't think that person lived. I really don't. It was some
What are you
race.
talking? You talking about the video? Or are you talking about what are you talking about?
No, there was like one race he pulled. And Cody knows what I'm talking about. He played it a couple of years ago, where it was like in the 60s, and that car just flips and just disintegrates. And he's like, "Put it out," and I'm like, "Did that person make it?" I'm not sure if that person
I
made
know
it or not.
exactly what you're
Vince,
talking
thank you,
about.
Vince. Thank you, Vince. I appreciate it, Vince.
God.
I would have just talked to Vince about this shit yesterday.
Oh,
I guess Dalton's done.
all right, bye, Dalton.
Bye,
Alright,
buddy. We'll go back to our normal size. Always hated Stewart because of the shit he pulled on Tony Stewart all those years ago when he was mad. Tony used to be with his wife and went on a media tour saying he hit Kevin Ware on purpose. Friesen said that.
Whoa, I did not know
Yo.
that.
I did not know that either.
Hey, shout out Stewart.
I hope that's not true.
Bro, he did hit Kevin on purpose. What are you talking about?
No, okay, for allegedly, you cannot fucking
no,
say that.
Yeah, that's a
And,
huge.
no, he did not hit that guy on purpose. Absolutely did not.
No.
Allegedly.
He
Oh,
allegedly.
hey.
I mean,
Y'all watch the documentary on Amazon yet?
is there a documentary?
The
on that?
It's like older. I don't know. It's not
The Kevin
new.
Ware documentary?
Yeah, it's the one.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I watched it the other day.
Well, okay. Yeah, I saw it was on Amazon. I saved it. It's like $4 to buy, but I just haven't watched it. I don't know. I kind of want to watch it, but also like,
This is true. This is true.
Facts.
yeah, that is true.
Allegedly, I didn't. I didn't get that far, bro. I didn't.
Vince,
get
go eat a salad. Shut up, bro.
We all
He
need
said
to eat
I
more
tossed
salad.
your. Who said I tossed your balls? Is that
We
you
all
or Ben?
three did.
Cody,
I said something
the
like
same
"shut up and
insult
toss my
recycled.
salad," and then Vince was like, yeah, your mom tossed mine last night. And then somebody else was like, yeah, I'm going to toss yours too, bro. And I was like,
Yeah, like, whoa. No, what part?
I was like, is this salad joke just like Cooper being Cooper, or is this like, did you bring a salad to Bristol?
No, somebody after I was allegedly accused of a bunch of things, somebody attacked us and then like said we should all learn to eat salads.
Oh.
Hey,
okay.
our guest is back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get a thumbs up to know if he's good to come back in. All right, sweet. Here we go.
I'm back.
Mark's back.
big
Who
dog.
died? And I had to scramble from the charger.
No worries. We're kind of closing up talk about the Truck Series race. Do you have anything specific that stands out to you from it?
I was really surprised that Kyle Busch didn't just dominate the entire thing. Like, I walked in there expecting like Kyle Busch was just gonna just put on the Kyle Busch show.
I think Kyle's honestly washed. That's what it is. I think.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up, Cooper.
But
What'd you say?
I went. My favorite
Shut the fuck up.
my favorite driver for that series is Rajat Caruth. So,
Yeah.
and he took 2 penalties and still managed to get. I don't know where he ended up finishing, top 10, I think. Oh. That's me or you guys.
Damn.
Play with you.
But yeah, Rajat Caruth, I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, Roger looks strong, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing Raja needs to start doing, and that is just practicing how to fucking pit. I know Bristol's crazy, but dude, he could not pit worth a shit all night long. I think, what was it? Was it 2 different penalties he ended up with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one he went way back. I didn't catch what it was. The second one was, it was a weird infraction like that I'd never heard of before, and I don't remember.
Oh,
what
Yeah,
it was.
it was a driver assist infraction, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what in the world is that?
So the guy who goes and like gives him like a water bottle and that sort of thing isn't allowed to help the crew at all. They're only allowed to like,
Okay.
like
So he
interact
touched
with
the
the
tire
driver.
or did a wedge adjustment or something.
he helped them push the truck back after Raja pulled too far forward.
I
Okay.
love Junior. I love. You've got to pull those 2 comments Junior put up.
Yeah, dude.
Shut the
Ralph
fuck up.
Earnhardt is
Yeah,
the
man.
true way.
Kyle was washed. That's what it is.
Both of y'all, shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna tell your boss.
I
Shut
can't
up.
even remember the last
Shut the
time
fuck
Kyle
up.
Don't
nominated
speak
at
to me
Bristol.
like that. I'm clipping.
I think
that.
Richard
Hour
Childress needs to
31.
quit stealing
I'm saying
Earnhardt
it,
numbers.
Richard Childress needs to do what?
Richard Childress needs to quit just living off the Earnhardt name already. Like, they have the 3, and then they're like, "Oh, we'll use the 8." Like really? Like, okay. Like, I like Kyle Busch. I'm not ratting on Kyle Busch, but like, really, you went with the 8? Like, how many other Earnhardt numbers? You gonna have the 88 next if you go to a third car? Like, you just gonna keep just using Earnhardt? Like, just keep milking that cow for all it's worth, or what? Like,
Buys the 88 charter off of Hendrick.
Honestly,
Hey.
valid.
Pull up Nico's comment. Fact, bro. Fact.
Well, would have been yesterday if he didn't blow his damn tires.
Dude, he fucking sucked yesterday. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he didn't know how to save his tires. That's what happened.
Yeah, because he's washed.
I said shut
just
the
driving
fuck up.
backwards was really fun. I always love when he drives
backwards,
backwards. Yeah, it's always fun when he does that. I feel like he did that last year too, didn't he?
Oh, he did it twice last year.
Okay. Like, I thought I was like, this is reminiscent. I remember this.
He's just
So-
channeling his inner mater.
Christian Eckes wins.
Vince.
Christian Eckes
Vince.
wins. Dalton loses 20. Well, he loses $10. And then we move on to Sunday, which was the Cup race.
Dalton goes home.
All right.
sad. KFB
Are
sucked.
we a fan of the tires? The tire fall off for the Cup race.
1,000 fucking %. Yes. 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 Yes.
My only complaint with that was twofold. One, if it's going to do that, give the guys more practice so they have a little bit of an idea of what they're doing. But really, I don't even care about that. My biggest complaint was that every time that there was a caution, the caution lasted 20 laps.
True.
They were trying to milk it out as long as they could, just so they could have enough sets for the end.
Yeah, it was totally like, oh well, the tires are going this many X amount of laps. We have this many sets. Oh, crap, we have to figure out how to fill a gap here. So we'll just run caution laps for 10.
It was like
10
when
extra laps.
Barry had the single car spin, didn't hit anything, no contact with debris, and they ran like what was it, 8, 9 caution laps for a single car spin, no damage.
Like you can't tell me like that's all the tires they got. They couldn't just be like, screw it, just give the teams 20 sets of tires and like let's go with it. Like if they, I mean, like that's my same complaint with the rain tires is that they're like, well, you can't run it if it's too wet because you can't go fast because it'll spin out. Well then fine, screw it. I don't care if it's pouring down rain. Slap a wiper on the windshield, put on the rain tires, send them out there. And if they can't barrel off into the turns faster than 45 miles an hour, somebody's going to push 50, and it's going to make for exciting racing. Go.
Do you remember Coda? The first time going to Coda?
The rain. Talking about the rain.
Yeah.
Nobody can see shit.
Where Cole Custer just ate the shit out of Martin Truex's rear end.
It was entertaining.
Oh, dude, entertaining. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the drivers didn't like it, but
yeah, but I mean, honestly, right. I think that's a good point. I think that there needs to be like a fair balance of driver input, but also we have to remember these guys at the end of the day are going to say whatever is going to make their jobs the easiest, right? Doesn't matter where you work. You're going to try to give your boss ideas for you to like have to work the least amount. And that's, I think, what a lot of drivers do. You know, we want better handling, or we want, you know, more durability in our tires. I do want to point out, yesterday, you could really see, based on, at any given point, the top 3 or 4, you could see, towards the end of a run, which guys are clear veterans and know how to save their tires. Josh Berry, late model guy. Late model racing is literally all about saving tires. That's the name of the game. Clearly, every long run, Josh Berry had found his way towards the front of the field. Denny Hamlin, Chris Bell is really good at it. Obviously, Martin Truex Jr. is good at it. Joey did it too. Joey, obviously, I think Joey underperformed yesterday, but towards the first half of the race, in the long run, Joey was climbing up through the field. So I think that Justin Haley looked good too.
Damn good yesterday, bro.
But
so did
there
Kaz.
was a lot of moments though where those guys were running 100% and everybody else was kind of at like 50%. Saving their stuff.
What do they got to lose? You know,
And I think that should fall back on the driver. I think that everybody, like, we shouldn't have drivers like with no tires. That's insane to think about. But I think that it should fall back on the driver, where they have to save their tire. Like, it's just a part of it. If you want to be there at the end of this big long run, save your shit.
Yeah, and I think that's why the Xfinity series is so fun there, because the tire falls off. I feel like in the Xfinity series a lot better than it would with Cup. I think that's why we have so much great finishes. You see those guys willing it, and the cars getting loose. But the Cup cars, I will say this: the Gen 7 since coming into the sport, see ya, Vanilla Wafer. The Gen 7 since coming into the sport has not had one good Bristol race. I know Busher won, and that's like, yeah, I'm sure everybody thinks that. I think that like that's the best race of all time. That race sucked. Every race that Bristol has been there, the only good Bristol races it's been is with the Gen 7 is when dirt was on the track. That's it. Yesterday was the best Bristol race the next gen car has seen. They need to keep it that way. I agree with Vince. Find a happy medium to where the tires aren't just absolutely popping and you got people limping around the track. Because it did get insane chaos there for a little bit. But dude, that's the way. That's the way right there.
What do you think would have happened if Goodyear didn't give them the extra set of tires?
I think that we would have saw the best driver win.
I agree. Well, depends on how long or how far it got pushed. Maybe the luckiest guy would have won. Like just whoever was able to like survive and not blow a tire.
But is luck real in NASCAR?
If you're if you're at the tail end of the lead lap and everybody in front of you blows a tire on the final lap, that is luck.
I feel like you were in the right position.
I mean, sure, that's fine too. If you win in NASCAR.
Yeah, you win.
Right. Like I'm okay with the tire fall off and all that. My question is, what is the argument to not just giving these teams, instead of having 6 or 8 sets of tires or 10 or whatever the number is, double it. Give them more tires than they could possibly use in a race. And if that means you want to run hard every lap, but you're going to pit every 40 laps, but you can make that time up on the track, then go for it.
Everybody's going to be racing equally as hard there.
Yeah.
Good. Let them go.
Yeah, I don't hate that either. I think like we need to find some solution. I don't want to lose what we saw yesterday. I don't want that to go away from Bristol because that was spectacular. I don't know when the last time Bristol got 88% on the Gluck poll. I have no idea when the last time that happened was.
I think 2021 night race was the last time.
Oh, that makes sense because it was Chase Elliott fans voting yes.
But what I was going to say, I don't know what they did, but whatever they did yesterday, please bring it to North Wilkesboro, Martinsville, and Richmond.
But it's not the short track.
Yeah, they didn't run the short track package.
That's right.
Whatever they're. So did they run the intermediate then? The mile and a half package? Is that what they run?
Yep. Because of the aero downforce at Bristol and Dover. Because Dover has the same package they run at Bristol, they run at Dover.
Okay.
It is strange. I don't fully understand it, but at the same time, I'm not like an engineer. I don't understand like why they would make those decisions. I would hope that that's the best decision made. I just don't understand why Bristol isn't a short track.
Yeah, I don't know.
Devil's advocate question. So why guys having to lay off and save fuel at Daytona is the worst thing ever, but having to lay off and save tires is awesome?
I don't mind them saving fuel at Daytona and Talladega.
You don't?
No.
I don't either. I like it.
I'd rather them be double file saving fuel than a single file train all day, every day.
Yeah. To be honest with you, had nobody told the audience that that's what they were doing, I don't know that I would have noticed.
That's true. That's true. I thought the same thing. When I found that out that they were laying off the throttle, I was like, I don't know if I would have ever really paid attention.
And
I didn't care.
Coming through the front stretch a little bit, you could see the cars were going slower entering the corners, but
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't boring racing whatsoever. So
you could see it yesterday too. You could see how slow the cars.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. When they were coming off that front stretch right there, you could see them, but they were kind of like chugging through a little bit slower.
I do want to point out, we did have pretty aggressive tire wear at Fall Martinsville. Like, the tire wear was pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could definitely hear the difference, like, between that first... And the racing was different in the first, like, 170 laps than it was for the last two-thirds of the race. Like, you could just tell that they weren't going as hard, because it was kind of like a pack for a little bit. But I enjoyed that. There were people moving. There was shuffling happening. It was so much better than a traditional Bristol race. I was very pleased with it. I was the biggest hater in the world going into it because I miss dirt. I'm telling you, if the dirt could have had the weather weekend that we had this past weekend, I think a lot of people would have genuinely appreciated the dirt a little bit more. I'll always be sad that we didn't get that perfect weather weekend for the Bristol dirt, but I will eat my words and say that the Bristol spring race on concrete was good.
Yeah, yesterday's race took a piss on Bristol Dirt's grave.
Yeah.
I still want Bristol Dirt to come back, though.
Well, it ain't. It's done.
They're done.
I want
it is dead.
I want some
Wilkesboro, maybe.
They just repaved Wilkesboro. They're not putting dirt on that.
Dirt.
Save
No, they just repaved it.
I saw they repaved it, but you think they're not going to
No,
do dirt?
no, 0%.
Give me dirt. I want a dirt race back on the schedule.
If you want a dirt race, go to a dirt track.
Tony Stewart's not going to let NASCAR run at Eldora after they chose to do Bristol Dirt over Eldora to begin with. Like, if NASCAR were to approach him, I guarantee you Tony Stewart allegedly would be like, fuck you. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about that. And I mean, I get it, but I don't know, get rid of the Clash at the Coliseum and just do a dirt race to open up the series. I'll do one
There's gonna
better.
be some stupid fucking street course for the Clash. They're gonna do that.
I'll do you one better.
Thing.
Let's go back to Daytona, but let's go back to the beach. Let's run these cars on the beach.
And dude, that would be pretty sick.
Yeah, that would be pretty.
You want to throw it back? Let's throw it all the way back. I don't know that you can get a cup car to drive on wet sand, but let's you know what?
We'll
let's
figure
try
it out. They did it back in the day. There's no reason why we couldn't do it now.
Yeah, they were also running fucking Papa's Hoopty back in the day that really didn't have any damn parts to it. So
Papa's Hoopty, dude. What the?
I just want. I would. I would pay good money to see like Daytona Beach.
Right.
Daytona Beach race. It'd be so much fun. It'd be like me playing NASCAR 2003 all over again.
Right. Like we're all talking about this throwback all the time. Like let's actually throw this back. Let's go run on the beach.
Yeah, let's do more than just wear jorts. Like let's actually be about it.
I do want to hit the throwback. All right, that throwback was ass, dude. I did not give a shit about the throwback we get in Bristol.
I thought that the walls were sick.
The walls were nice.
I didn't even care about the walls. Like, you know, I barely noticed it. I wanted to see throwback. Like Bristol has such a history. You could have ran throwback schemes specifically to Bristol.
Yeah.
I just do not get it why like we half-assed that. It was there. Yeah. Like the opportunity was there and we didn't take it.
Like all they really did was make a shirt and a logo and be like, we're good enough, and paint the wall. And they're like, good enough.
Yep.
They didn't take it any further.
I blame Dalton for it.
Blame you for what?
I blame you, dude, for the schemes.
Not my fault.
You could have said something.
Wait, is he the one with all the clout here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the Twitter celebrity of the group.
Oh, I see. Make it happen.
If it wasn't for Dalton, we wouldn't be here today.
Oh.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's a joke. No, don't feed his ego.
No, it's serious. It's serious. You're welcome. It's serious. You're welcome.
Yeah, whatever, buddy. So the Cup race overall, from start to finish, it was a fun one. I think everybody can agree.
Yeah.
Are you talking? Yeah, the fucking comments are killing me, dude. But it was a fun race. It was a good time. Did you all have any drivers that you were like, damn, this guy's definitely going to win that fell off? Other than Ty Gibbs, obviously.
The 4, man.
You actually thought the 4 was going to win.
I just
for a minute I thought
I already brought it up. Here,
dude,
let's just acknowledge it.
God.
I didn't see it, dude.
Fucking laugh about it because it's a joke and it's fucking funny. Mark, I'm not sure if you're up to date, but I've been crucified today.
Yeah, I caught some of it. Somebody had a fit. I don't know what it was about. I just listened. But
I told somebody to shut the fuck up, and that was it.
And then it just turned into a snowball.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I understand.
Snowballs with snow roaches. But yeah, so Coop, Josh Berry was your guy that you thought looked good but faded away. Parv, you got any?
I mean, really, the only one that I had in mind was Ty Gibbs because he just had such a strong run.
I thought he had it, dude. I really
thought he was gonna win. Because Ty Gibbs, spoiler alert, is going to win a race at some point this season. But because he's got the talent. He's literally 21 years old, and he's like killing it in the Cup Series this young of age. And I mean, he's obviously got like the great equipment at JGR. But like we saw his amazing talent in the Xfinity Series. So, and we're already seeing his talent in his like second year as a Cup Series driver. So,
Ron Blaney's mine.
Why? Because you get to do a street course of some sort. What they're going to do is they're going to have them come through like right through the damn alley. They're going to shoot them back out. They're going to do the whole fucking parking lot thing. They're going to do this whole goddamn ordeal. Dumb.
And it would be sick because they could have Shohei Ohtani racing in the race.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Dude,
sounds
Shohei's so good at
fabulous.
everything he does. By nature, he would be a good NASCAR driver too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did Mark go?
He's
Yeah, where did
I think
Mark
he's,
go?
he's coming back. He's coming back.
Oh.
Are you good to come back in, Mark?
I
Hey,
tried-
buddy.
It said chat, and I was trying to read the comments, and then it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I did the same thing.
I will go with I'll go with Bubba. I thought Bubba looked really fucking good to start the race, dude.
He had
was
the
moving
fastest lap.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, he
coming up
was.
through. He got to the top 5, and then him and Josh Berry kind of like they were racing hard. It is what it is. Bubba like tried to clear himself and not clear himself. He ran Josh Berry up into the wall. That's the name of the game. And then I guess he overworked his car and he ended up doing the same thing to himself. And then had some bad luck on pit road. Terrible day, but I thought Bubba was going to be a contender at the end, and I was let down. I was hurt.
All those JGR cars, they were all fast.
Yeah, I mean, at one point for a good part of the race, they were running 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
That was
like
insane.
they were all in the top 6 like most of the day.
Yeah, I hate Spire Motorsports. I was going to throw that out there.
Why do you hate Spire Motors?
Zane Smith was a fucking nuisance yesterday.
Dude, it's just
Fake Pete is back, baby.
It wasn't me this time, I swear to God.
Fake Pete.
yeah, it's just I don't usually get animated during the races, but Cody can attest. I was actually jumping up and cussing. I was actually cussing.
Where do
Yeah.
you guys sit? Do you guys sit on the backstretch?
Front stretch.
Are you on the front? Okay. We're gonna have to get you guys. We're gonna have to get all in like the same section for
For
fall.
sure.
For sure.
We're in like AJ, like very first row. Quick access to the flag stand.
Smart. That's smart. Yeah, we try to find places that's like suitable for us to have like our whole group together. Like we just look for a big ass empty spot, and like nobody's gonna sit there. So then we all just kind of file in and fill that section up.
I get you.
And I think surely they appreciate us like filling up the empty seats for TV. Like it definitely looks a lot better when we put our big ass group in a big empty spot.
Right?
Yeah.
Because what we usually like at races, we're usually rolling like 15 to 20 people deep in our group.
I drove 4 hours to watch Chris Buescher win a race.
There you go.
That's
Valid.
literally. I was like, man, I'm excited to go see Bristol night race. It'll be great. I had a really bad streak of like drivers who I don't really care for winning races because I saw Joey Logano win at Bristol Dirt. I saw Kyle Larson win at Nashville, and then I saw Chris Buescher win. I don't really hate Chris Buescher. It's just me and Jacob have the beef with like jokey beef, and I was like, crap! I drive 4 hours just to see this.
Yeah, we squashed that beat.
We did.
We squashed that beat.
Like I'm not driving 7 hours to watch Joey Logano win. Like I'm gonna be pissed.
Facts.
Dalton's done it before.
I
He's
went
done it several times.
I went 5 hours at the last minute to Gateway to watch him fucking win the inaugural race.
This would be sick, Trill. I'm down with that. We could get the best of both worlds. We could get dirt and a fun time and have them run the Eckes Games rally course.
No.
That would be fun. Okay, to progress along, heading towards the end of the race, tires are really starting to become an issue. Goodyear apologizes during the race, and then NASCAR announces that each team's getting an extra additional set of tires. Winding it down, Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs are really battling pretty hard for it. Looks pretty apparent that one of those two guys are going to win. Ty Gibbs, he lost a tire, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to recount. I haven't rewatched the race itself. I'm strictly working off of my own memory
same.
here.
That was on my list tonight.
Yeah.
I think tire went down, goes down, replaced, lug was loose, back on the track, had to go back down to tighten it again.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure is what happened.
Jacob, here's a section. I want to bring this back for old time's sake. Do you care to talk about Roush for me? We got 4-time with JKL back.
Yeah, man. You know, they just didn't have it. They just didn't have it. And that's
Brad
4-time with
looked good
JKL.
all day, though.
Brad did look good. Brad did look good. He there for a little bit, I was like, dude, he's running them down. He's running them down. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, that time interval just, like, stayed flatlined, and then he just didn't move anywhere. Spire Motorsports screwed Chris Buescher.
How?
They decided to stay on the front row, and they were on old tires.
Yeah.
And they just stacked the field, and Buescher just could not find a hole, dude. It was awful. I had to watch Buescher go from like 7th. No.
Is that the 32? Is it 32? Who's the 32? Because that guy was on old tires, and I don't know who that was off the top of my head. I think it was a 32. But like every single car just booted him out of the way.
Oh,
like
the 38. That was Todd Gilliland.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they just booted him. Yeah. I mean, it was like he had to have gotten hit in the ass 10 times on each on the front and on the back.
Yeah.
Just like, what are you doing? Like, get out of the way.
I remember.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Carson Hocevar. That was specifically just he like ruined my whole day. Carson Hocevar ruined my whole day. I don't know if Carson never listens to this show, but yeah, you just ruined my day, dude.
Oh. Yeah, like the only other person I thought that might have had a chance was for a minute I thought that Truex was going to steal it at the end.
Martin Truex Jr. looked really good, and Brad was tracking him down too. Brad got up to 3rd place. He was running the 2 down, ran out of time. I think another like 20 to 30 laps, and Brad would have been there too. But Denny got caught up in some nasty lapped traffic towards the end of the race. And we saw Truex. He passed him for a second, and then Truex ended up getting caught behind somebody, and Denny took the outside line around Truex, and that was how he took his eventual final lead. But it did look for a minute like Martin Truex Jr. was going to like run away with the win.
Yeah.
But Denny Hamlin does what Denny Hamlin does. All he does is win, dude. He beat your favorite driver. He didn't even say it this time, but I mean, since he coined that phrase, that's his 3rd time beating your favorite driver.
He did that.
Yeah, he said he's not going to use that phrase anymore because his dad told him to knock it off. I think is what he said.
See, and I love it though. I wish he would have kept it up, dude. I wish he'd be like, "I beat your favorite driver again and again and again and again and again and again." It's hard to be mad when Denny wins. At least for me. I know a lot of people hate Denny.
Right.
I just think Denny's a cool ass guy.
He is definitely growing on me.
Yeah, he's just a cool guy. He's like a pimp. I've always just thought Denny was cool. So shout out to him. But he did boot Bubba at one point, and he put Bubba in the wall, and that made me sad. I think it's weird for an owner to like wreck their own fucking driver, but hey, he's the one who walked away with the win. Yeah.
So congrats on the win, boss, but you wrecked your car.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess if Denny's fine with it, Denny's fine with it. Bubba was slow and in his way. So congratulations to Dennis the Menace. He's already locked in for the playoffs. Who's surprised that Denny's going to be in the playoffs?
Nobody.
Thanks, Vin. Look, dude, people are really good at just putting words in my mouth tonight.
See, people have because so far we've had a different driver win every single week so far, and people are already on oh my gosh, I'm going to get 16 different winners. I'm like,
at this point, it is kind of, well, it's the guys who have won though are like locks, like those were guaranteed win. And maybe Suarez wasn't. He was like the surprise wild card win. Yeah. But everybody else that's won so far this season, it's like, okay, I expected this guy.
But it's people, because we were saying that when I think it was 2 years ago, when we had a bunch 13 straight weeks of driver winning every single race. Really, it was a good amount, and people were all like, "Oh my gosh, we're going to do this!" And it was at the same amount of time as this season. The people were like, "We're going to do it again." I'm like, no, we're not. We're not going to have 16 different drivers win.
I think
I don't see it.
I think we might. I think there's a lot of smaller teams that are really showing a lot of promise, and there's a lot of guys that are just guaranteed wins. I mean, example like Martin Truex Jr. He doesn't have a win yet, does he?
Nope.
No.
Let's see who else. Ty Gibbs is probably a lock. Pretty confident Chase Elliott's going to get a win this year. Pretty confident that Kyle Busch is going to get a win.
Reddick.
Tyler Reddick has one, doesn't he? Didn't he win?
No.
No,
No,
you're right.
no.
No, he got fucked.
Joey.
Has anybody got one correct on that Excel sheet we made?
I don't know yet. I got the Clash right.
I got Bristol right. I said Denny would win.
I picked Denny in my fantasy league and he won. So.
Solid. But yeah, I think we could totally see 16 to 17 winners. We've got Todd Gilliland and Michael McDowell who are constantly just kind of floating around in the top 10. We've seen spurts out of Corey LaJoie looking pretty good. We've seen spurts. Obviously, Ross Chastain's going to get a win. We've seen speed out of Bubba. We've clearly seen speed out of Tyler. I think Ty Gibbs is a lock. I think I already said that. I'm trying to run through. I mean, Chris Buescher and Brad Kay are chipping away towards a win. There's a lot of guys who could win. I won't be surprised if we win over 16. I would not be surprised at all.
I think it's going to happen eventually, because especially if you keep just making these cars so much alike and more and more and more and alike, then it really just depends on the driver, and you're going to have your drivers. I don't know. I don't think you're going to get to 16. That's a lot. Because I think you're always going to have a handful of guys that are always going to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, or 4 wins.
Yep.
We'll see.
And then if you do have all those one-off winners, then most of those one-off winners, the guys that just managed to win one race just randomly for whatever reason, those guys are always the ones that get eliminated in the first round or two. Like they're gonna be gone.
Yeah, the one guy who like sneaks in, and always first round elimination.
Like if Nemechek just somehow, if Legacy can figure out how to get out of their own way, and Nemechek can figure out how to put a whole race together and win a race, he's going to be eliminated in that first round because they're not going to have the consistency to keep it going.
Parv was like, "Did you say Legacy?"
I'm with you. I want to root for that team because Jimmy Johnson was one of my favorite drivers, but that team just can't figure out how to get out of their own way.
Yeah, it's sad.
If it goes over 16, then it's by like the amount of wins you have. So let's just say somehow you are 18th in points, but you have 4 wins. I know this is impossible, but just hear me out here. You're 18th in points, you have 4 wins, you have like 26 DNFs. If I'm not mistaken, they do it by the win total. So that person that's like with 4 wins would automatically go in. Because we came to this issue with Ryan Blaney and Martin Truex Jr. back when it was like, what if one of them wins and then one of them wins the regular season championship? It's a really weird situation. But they do it by points after that. But I think it's win total goes in first, and then it fades out into points. But I'm pretty sure if you have like 3 wins, you're automatic. If you have more wins than the person who's in 16th, I think you go in.
Yeah, I mean, if you get 2 wins, I think you're pretty much.
You're automatically going to be in the top 16. Yeah. By default.
Like even if you win the first 2 races of the year and you DNF the rest of the year, actually they used to be able to be in the top 30 in points, but didn't they get rid of that rule? Didn't they do away with it?
They did do away with that.
So yeah, you could win Daytona and Atlanta and then just DNF your way to Daytona again. And
honestly, maybe that's the way to go. Just spin. But the thing is, like, I guess you could start in park technically. You have to at least start every race to be eligible.
That is true, but also your team's gonna be crap because they're gonna have no consistency or practice. So.
Yeah, no, it's just like, guys, meet me on Sunday. We're gonna be running the car again. Yeah, your tire guy doesn't know anything about tires, but you're out there. You got your first win of the year. You're playoff bound.
Right.
But yeah, so Denny wins. Anybody got anything else to add for the race?
Bring me
Ty,
back.
Ty Gibbs is currently third in points right now, which is, yeah. It's Kyle, it's Larson, Truex, and then Ty Gibbs.
So I do
It's
want to
just-
say though, Ryan Blaney and Ross Chastain, their little like feud is still going on.
Yeah,
if
it's
y'all saw
never
that
going to
video.
stop. I think that started late last year. It kind of like it really heightened at Phoenix.
Yeah.
And then what was it Ross said when Ryan was like arrow blocking him? Ross was like, I guess I taught him well. Like, yeah.
up, Ross.
Pretty good. That's a pretty good remark. Like, you can't be mad about that one. I love Ross anyway,
Right.
dude. Ross is just so much fun.
Ross is going to have a beef with whoever he's running around at any given
Oh yeah.
for any given stretch of time. Like if he's running 10th, whoever's running 9th and 11th, he's going to have a beef with.
Yeah, dude, and I love that about him. And he's like pretty straightforward about that too.
He's just
The
out
only
there.
like it's so funny to me. He's always like, yeah, next time I just need to think it through and do a little bit better. And then the next week he does the same exact thing.
Yeah.
And he comes out and he's like, I'd be mad too. Like he always owns it. But
right?
he's always like, I'll do better, and he never does better. I respect it though.
I feel like he has gotten decently better over the last year. Like it seemed like the beginning of last year and the year before, he was really rough, and I feel like he's gotten a little better.
Yeah,
he's just smoothed
slowly
out.
but surely. But ever since then, though, he's also not been as dominant.
No, he hasn't been as competitive. So, like, I think he needs to go back to just not caring and just ruffling feathers.
Yeah, dude, that's the Ross that we all know and love. Well, I guess not everybody loves that Ross. I do.
I mean, he's generally not roughing up my drivers, so I don't really care.
Yeah. Well, him and Larson had a little bit of a spat.
Yeah, they did.
That was all in good fun, though. I love it when the drivers go at it. I love that. We need more drama like that. But looking forward to next week. We are headed to Coda. Coda. We got all three series running. Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. Coop, do you have the entry list? Because that's usually your thing.
Dude, I was actually just looking at them.
Will you just rattle off the Truck Series entry list? Because I'm sure there's some interesting names.
For Roper Racing, we have Marco Andretti. Trying to see who else. The 20 is not filled. Ross Chastain's in the 45. And yeah, that's it. That's it for the trucks.
Okay, so let's follow through each other. Let's give our truck picks, then we'll move on to Xfinity, then we'll move on to Cup. I'll start us off here. Truck Series at Coda. I feel like this is where veteran experience is going to come out and play. I could totally see Ben Rhodes getting it done here.
I want to go with Heim time. Corey,
I think Lane Riggs gets his first win of the year.
holy shit.
Will he get more than 5 laps laid down?
Lane
Yeah,
Riggs?
he'll
Oh
be
my
good.
god.
That 38 truck is strong at Coda. I know
It is.
that.
That is true.
Yeah.
Is it still undefeated at Coda? Has anyone else other than the 38 truck won at Coda?
I'm sure.
I
No,
don't know.
I think it's just been the 38.
I think so.
I don't
I know
remember any
Shrek,
with the
if you're in there, buddy, will you correct me if I'm wrong? I know he's in the chat.
Kyle Busch. Yeah, Kyle Busch.
Oh,
did
did
win.
Kyle Busch win?
Wow.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Anytime you
kind
comes
of
out
big,
Busch
yeah.
in the lower series,
I forget
he's going
even
to
know.
win.
No,
So I'm gonna go for this guy. He's a very young talent in the sport. I know he's got a bright future ahead of him. I know he's already won like 3 championships in this series. I'm gonna go for the young talent of Matt Crafton to win this race.
I fucking knew it. Fuck you.
I just Matt Crafton's such a young talent, has a bright future ahead of him. I think he might win a championship without winning a race at some point in his career.
Oh,
Yeah. Might craft them.
You know, fuck it. I feel like this guy runs pretty good at Coda every time we go there. I'm gonna go Stuart Friesen.
Okay.
Hey, I just want the record to show that the 38 truck is undefeated at Coda.
Okay.
I fucking
Okay.
knew it.
What
Todd
road
Gilliland
course
won
did,
in 21. Zane Smith won in 22 and 23.
So run it
So-
back. Run it back when Dalton shook his head and agreed when Kyle Busch won. You don't fucking know Kyle
Yeah,
Busch.
dude.
Washed. Dork.
I knew I was fucking right, dude. The 38 is 3-0. Unfortunately, though, that streak is going to be broken, Jacob. I think you're wrong.
nah, dude, I'm not.
Who
I'm
do
gonna
you
go
got,
Rajah
Mark?
Caruth. I'm gonna stay in 71. Rajah Caruth's gonna get it.
Okay. All right.
I like
Second
it.
of the year.
Xfinity's weird. So you got the 4 for JD that doesn't have a driver. Both SS Greenlight cars. The 7 and the 14 don't have anything.
I'll go on and start in the Xfinity. I mean, I'll go on and say it. I don't need to say anything else. AJ Allmendinger.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
the 16 AJ. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Cole Custer.
But Kyle Larson's running the 17.
Oh, is he?
Gibbs is also in the 19.
See, you got Ty Gibbs, you got Kyle Larson, you got AJ Allmendinger, but there's one person you're forgetting about. And you got the rookie in the Xfinity Series, SVG. SVG gets it done at Coda, baby.
I love the SVG thing. I just think that AJ Allmendinger in the
Ron Hunter in the 20.
okay. I love the SVG pick, Parv.
Yeah, that's solid. He's got a good chance. I mean, he's gonna run. He's gonna run well. He's gonna run up front.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that he's really showing that he's figuring out these cars pretty quick.
Definitely.
Did you say definitely not?
Never heard of him.
Oh, SVG.
No.
My pick. I'm gonna take the 48 car, Parker Kligerman.
What the fuck?
I like that.
Yeah.
Bro's going obscure.
I don't hate that. I think that's very possible. Parker's a wheel.
our neighbors.
dude.
Over AJ?
Yeah.
Bro, tripping. Out of here.
Who you got,
Absolutely
Mark?
not.
For the Cup or for Xfinity?
Xfinity.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with AJ Allmendinger.
That's
Let's go.
it's a
I
solid
think
pick.
I think SVG will probably have a really strong showing. I think he'll be a strong contender. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have guessed he would have won the Chicago race, but he just put on the clinic for everybody.
Well, he is going to be in the Cup in the 16. AJ's in the 13. And then Kamoy's in the 50.
SVG's running Coda for the Cup this coming week.
Yeah, he's going to run the 16.
And
Good.
how do we do the underdogs again? For
They can't win last year, or they haven't won this year, and they weren't in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, that's the stipulations for our underdog pick.
So does SVG still count for that? Because he won a
No,
race
'cause
last
he won.
year. Well, he said this year though. He hasn't won a race this year.
Oh,
And
He
he
was
wasn't in
not in the play. That would
And
be
he
a
wasn't
cheat
in the
code.
playoffs.
Yeah,
It's
he was not
it's
in
a
the playoffs.
technicality,
You
but
found the
it's-
loophole.
Close
You
enough.
found
That's
the
not a
loophole.
loophole.
that's he's my underdog for real though.
Sure.
I can't. You can't just go. I'll go and do my picks. I know we're going out of order. I'm sorry. My underdog for this race is SVG because SVG is going to be a future person in the Cup Series, and he's going to show it here. But my main pick, he's been hot almost all season. He's third in the points. He could have had the winner Bristol. The winner of Coda is going to be Ty Gibbs.
that's cool and all. My underdog, AJ. My primary, the 34, Michael McDowell. Ford
Solid.
finally gets it done. Ford finally
That's
gets it.
not. Yeah, that's
I
a
like
good
it.
one.
I like it. I'll go next here. Underdog. I love the team you're pulling for, Coop, for your primary. But
Bro,
it's not
you
the
ain't
same
picking that
driver.
goddamn bonehead.
Todd Gilliland is my undercard
Bro,
or my
goofy.
underdog pick.
New
Primary
Goof
pick.
and Todd.
Primary pick. I'm laying it all out on the line, baby. I think SVG is gonna go show him how it's done, and he is gonna pull himself into victory lane. I'm not making him an underdog. I'm making him my primary for the week.
Solid.
All right, well, just to switch things up, I'll say primary Kyle Larson, but I'm going to use my underdog as SVG because I found a loophole.
It's fair. It's fair.
My underdog is going to be Daniel Suarez.
Solid. No, he's won.
And my main. Huh?
He won this year.
Last year.
Yeah, but he won this year.
That doesn't count. It's got to be last year, right?
No, that does count.
It does.
Hey, they have to be. They have to be.
How do I know the rules better than you do?
Up to this point, and they had to have missed the playoffs last year.
Yep.
So
And up to this point,
Yeah. He's a playoff lock.
that's insane. Well, shit.
I don't make the rules, even though I do.
Damn it,
Bro,
All
AJ.
right, well,
AJ.
AJ. Yeah, it's
Oh,
AJ.
hey, you could say the 9.
That is true.
Could say the 9. That's a
9
good
is an
one.
underdog.
But he's
I was
not going to
thinking
win, and I don't
I've
trust
forgotten
him.
about him for the last year and a half because he's been betting.
Everybody has.
Right?
I'm going to say, actually, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say Austin Cindric.
as your underdog, or
I
the
don't
winner?
hate that, dude.
Okay,
I don't hate
I like that.
Penske,
I like that.
Penske's cooking up.
Penske's cooking. This is a good chance. He's a good road course driver. Main pick, I'm going to
What was it that
say...
year? What did he have? Was it the 33 the first year of Coda that he was hot as shit too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Now my main pick, and I'm sorry, but it's going to be Kyle Larson.
Nah.
I say down with Larson myself, but
No, dude, he's your new favorite.
Everybody's jumping on my Larson train.
Dom's gonna pick the 3 and the 8. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
For my underdog pick, I'm actually going to steal Jacobs. I'm going to go with Austin Cindric as well.
Hell yeah.
And for my main pick, you know what? Screw it. I think Kyle Busch is going to have a bounce back week this week. He's a pretty good road course racer. RCR's got a great road course program. I believe in it. We're going to have a bounce back week. I'm taking the 8. Let's go.
I'm good with that.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I'm at a loss here.
Cody, you're muted.
Muted, Cody.
did you stop doing your live stream reactions?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yes, he stopped.
Yes. All seriousness, Rider reactions are done. Sorry.
But I do have exciting news to announce. We're actually going to be doing LMC reactions, where Parv is going to be doing a watch along for the races.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Parv.
It's just Parv.
You didn't know about it.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, you don't go to any fucking races, so the least you can do is sit at home and watch them from your computer.
It's called Parv's Playroom.
Don't know that you want to go in there, but
But like, I'm gonna be calling my show during. Like, I'm calling a show during the middle of the race.
Dalton,
Does
this
it look
one's
like
for
we
you.
give a fuck, bro?
Nope.
Yeah, that's not my problem. That is a you problem.
Kylie
Parv.
Butch? What the fuck?
Dalton.
Parv.
that's for
I'm
you.
not reading it.
Dude, fuck.
Damn.
Danny Hampton has Kylie Butch's number. SVG needs to go back to America. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Parv's Cuck Dungeon. That's the name of it.
Oh my god.
Tune in this weekend.
Holy
Parv's
shit.
Cuck Dungeon.
Parv's got
It's
the
just
cup
Parv
chair and
sitting on
all.
a chair. Yeah, it's just Parv
Yeah.
sitting on one chair.
Don't yell. That's in the fucking show. Fuck. Parv's Cuck Dungeon, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so make sure y'all tune in for Parv's Cuck Dungeon. Coming soon. Coming soon to a stream near you.
You can use NordVPN or Surfshark.
Will he be wearing a sweater vest like Mr. Rogers?
Junior, you have no fucking chill, dog.
Where Parv is cucked and we all suffer worse than he. Make sure you subscribe to the Left Turn Cuck.
Oh, what the fuck?
Dude, after today,
This chat is
a lot
no
of people
fucking chill.
definitely consider us the Left Turn Cucks, and I think that's okay. Mark, thanks for coming by, dude. This was a lot
Hey,
of
thanks
fun.
for having me.
Yeah, man.
It was a great time.
We're definitely gonna have to get you back on soon.
Okay.
Hopefully before Bristol, but at a minimum, we're definitely gonna have you back on post Bristol fall. I won't be
Fantastic.
there this year, but all the boys will be except for Parv.
Okay.
But yeah,
he's got his dungeon.
would love to have you on. Everybody needs. I mean, I'm not gonna be here, but everybody definitely needs to link up. I think for the race and watch it and have fun.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go early this year. I'll probably go down probably on Tuesday, so I'll be there Tuesday through Sunday probably.
You come down that early, I won't be out of town until I think Thursday that weekend. So like that at a minimum, we should all like meet up and go out to eat. We'll take you to a local place or something like that.
All right, sounds great.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Sloopy's is a good place. That's on the radar. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for all the love and support throughout this trying time that we've all been a part of. And by we, I say me. Nobody blame these boys for what I said. I just want to reiterate, I'm the one who fucking said it. Okay.
Especially Bailey too. Like y'all need to lay off.
Bailey is an innocent man in all of this, and Bailey was like, dude, he got throttled the hardest out of anybody in the fucking group.
Bro just
All
kept saying,
Bailey
he was like,
tried to
stop
do-
commenting on my fucking Bob Pockris picture.
Yeah.
He's like, I just wanted to celebrate seeing Bob.
God bless him. He posted a tweet and he was like, it was a selfie of him and Bob. And he's like, hey Bob, me and the Left Turn Colt boys really appreciate you. And dude, he just got throttled by all these people, like just going.
He was so
at
excited yesterday. I was standing there at the 4 pit box.
He
I was
showed
just,
me-
like,
yeah,
arms
he-
crossed. I
He
smacked
showed
him.
me
I
the
said,
picture.
I was like, there's Bob. And he was like, oh my God, Bob. And he like runs to Bob and he's like, Bob, can I get a picture? Bob was like, yeah, man, absolutely. Like,
Yeah, dude, Bob is a legend, dude. So sorry, Bailey, that you got dragged too. Welcome to it. Yeah, so shout out SeatGeek. Shout out Cucumbers. Shout out Bailey and Bob Pockris. We have a message from Bailey. I do want to play it before we go. So I'll do that real quick before we say goodbye.
I ain't even seen my own brother's fucking
Concerns
video.
of why I'm not on the show today. Taking a mental break hiatus after the whole Twitter drama that happened yesterday. And it's still going on as we speak, most likely. But there's two concerns of two words that I am. And I'm definitely not, as you can tell by my t-shirt and the woman behind the camera right now. Just wanted to come on here and address this. That way everyone really knows, you know, the real Bailey, obviously, and who I am. Because I love my hot Latina girlfriend. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Just needed a little mental health day for myself, a little spa day. But yeah, enjoy the show and I'll see y'all next week.
God love him.
What a
Shout out
fucking
Bailey.
guy.
Dude, when I opened the video and saw the shirt, I was like, this is fucking gold.
He'll mention it
we
about
wish
18 times
Bailey
we
was
talked
here
to him.
and Dalton and Parv weren't. Damn.
Fine, I'll go fuck myself then.
Damn.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, you just got your wish.
Bro, you got a
Shrek.
linky ass finger. Jesus Christ. Why don't you eat a
I think
salad,
my favorite part of the weekend is Bailey being in like a crowd of people and being like, "Help! Help!"
Dude, that shit pissed me the fuck off. He was
Did
like,
it
"Well,
really?
shoot the street,"
All
and
the
I was
time.
like, don't fucking do that.
He does it
And next
all the
thing I
time.
know, he's like, help!
Dude, it's so like it embarrasses the hell out of you, but dude, it's so funny when you think about it. It's that Watson giggle. That Watson giggle makes me laugh. I don't know what it is. Both of you boys have it.
The same
And-
fucking giggle.
I might not even think it's really all that funny, but as soon as that giggle hops out, I'm laughing too. I don't know what it is.
Hey, shout out those bush apples too. You know, shout out bush apples. Good time.
Oh,
Shout
fuck.
out this product. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
It's addictive fucking chemical. Damn it.
Dude, shout out nicotine
Look,
one time.
read
I
it,
wanna be here
read it.
about it.
Read it. Read the label. Read it.
Oh, I've seen it before.
So yeah, I want to shout out all of our fans. I want to shout out our loyal followers. I want to shout out people that I upset and hurt their feelings in the last 48 hours. I want to give a shout out to my haters. Do y'all have anybody to shout out?
Peep
Yeah.
Stoney.
Cease
Yeah, shout
fire.
out Pete.
Shout out
Shout out
ceasefire.
Barry.
Shout out that ceasefire guy on Twitter, bro. That guy goes so hard. I'm glad to know that he is going to stop the conflict in the Middle East by his.
You know what's even
tweets.
funnier?
Oh my God.
He admitted in the fucking post that he was a white man too.
No,
He's like, from one white man to another white man. Can we please agree that
Stay
Cody's
away
a
from.
bad person?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. He was like, stay away from Cody.
at one
God.
point, I found myself pulling for Israel. I really did. I was like, huh. And he started to sway my opinion. He did. He started to sway. I didn't really have one leg in the race, dude, but he started to sway my opinion. I was like, yep, you know what? I'm with him.
It's insanity. Total insanity.
It's crazy.
But yeah, that ceasefire guy is a weirdo, bro. He was talking to Joey. Joey's like, Joey, are you 14 or 15? You might be 16 now. Anyway, he was talking real weird to Joey, and Joey's like, bro, I'm underage. And the guy was like, good. I'm like, what a fucking weird.
Whoa.
What a fucking weird.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, so that guy's just messed up, bro.
Send him
But,
to the dungeon with Parv.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know if I'd put him in the dungeon.
No.
That'll all be discussed on Parv's Playhouse next week.
Marvin underage
Harvey,
people.
you should interview Ceasefire.
Nope.
Send
no,
him.
Oh my God.
Parv's gonna leave. Parv's gonna leave.
Nope.
Barb, would you like to make a public statement on whether you're standing with Gaza or Israel here? Would you like to make a public statement? No, none of this time. Okay, just I figured I'd give you the opportunity to take a side here. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching. It's been a fun stream. Chat's been crazy. Viewership has been incredible. Engagement's been incredible. I want to thank the Bristol Cucumber Man himself, Mark, for stopping by. Mark, where can people find you at?
I have the Bristol Cucumber has got its own Twitter and TikTok at the moment.
Okay, so
At Bristol
it's
Cucumber.
at Bristol. Yep. So you could read it down at the bottom of the screen. I've kind of had it scrolling the whole time. So make sure you go check out Mark. Good people, funny guy, true race fan. Clearly, he's got a good fucking sense of humor too. I mean, the cucumber thing is incredible. So, Mark, it's always a pleasure. It was a fun conversation. As always, I'm Cody, your host with the most.
JKL.
Hey, it's Scoop Daddy.
Don't ready, Bush.
Hashtag parking.
Bristol Cucumber.
We'll see you guys next week.
How
How do you want to go out?
Wait, I got a way we could go out. Hey, Cody, why don't you shut the fuck up?
Shut the
Are you gonna
fuck
give me
up.
tickets?
If you shut the fuck up.
Cool.
Yeah,
I need
shut
a
up.
camper. I need a camper.
Yeah, if you shut the fuck up, Mark, we'll buy you a camper too. How about that?
Fantastic.
See you guys next week. Here's a good memory from NASCAR.